Yo, this your girl Laffy T. Holla at our boy Melvin at Bay 11 Automotive at 1455 General Arts Road Northwest in Conyers, Georgia. Don't take your cars nowhere else. You'll definitely regret it.
Let's start the show.
This is a podcast.
Look, I'm sorry for not returning them calls.
Sorry I don't keep my bed warm at night.
Shorty, I've been running. Ain't like I'm trying to shut you out. I just got business to attend to, you know?
Do you know how it feels to be alone out here?
I did you wrong by keeping you at arm's length. But it ain't gonna be like that no more.
Clock the type to feel your vibe first. Won't catch me on social networks dying from thirst. Even though they say the flesh of man's biggest weakness. Cause when I see your thick frame, make me pray to Jesus. God. Digger cause she bad with a tunnel vision. Eyes connect, I get that look like boy, come and get it. Just trying to hit the right positions when you come to visit. We can do whatever you like, whatever thought the ticket. Is it the way that you design? Exquisite. Just naturally defined, saying outcast, but ahead of your time. 3,000 miles before from a Caroline. Too old to say we go together. Just ride with me, plant a seed, we can grow forever. She a homebody, rarely getting wasted. Stay moving, need balance. Why I love it that she basic, yeah. They don't know. They don't know. I said they don't know. They don't know how I think about you. I said they don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They gon' know. But why I think about you.
You keep me focused, I'm loving the way you hold it down. You got me open, I'm done playing, I'm slowing down. Been through the heartache and storms, but shit, it's over now. We older now, we growing together, we got a family now. Through all the struggles and drama, you kept my head up. I used to take you for granted, knew you was fed up. You was tired of being patient and waiting for me to change. Through it all, you stuck it out and was waiting for me to grow up. I love the way you smile when you be staring at me. Drive me crazy sometimes, but know I make you happy. Nobody thought we could make it cause we was opposites. We just let them haters keep hating and we just laughing at them. They probably tear us apart if we was to ever let them. We go through drama like them, but we'll never tell them. They try to be in your business with all them different agendas, with ill intentions cause they bitter, but we never sweat them. They don't know. They don't know. I said they don't know. They don't know how I think about you. I said they don't know. They don't know. They don't know. But they gon' know. But why I think about you.
This is Laffy T, and you're listening to The Country Road Show.
This is a podcast.
Yes, sir. It's grits, fool. It's grits. We good now, though. We good. We here. Nigga, we made it. What did you do, little shoe? They over here early drinking like an alcoholic. we call it. Who's like the ugliest, most recognizable person that you know? Honestly, I'm leaning right now toward Dennis Rodman. I will get into that conversation in a minute, but I'm leaning toward Dennis Rodman. Now, we're just wondering, so is Big L a hater, or does he get hated on? The people would like to know. Let's take a vote. I'm just wondering, how do you guys feel in the chat? I think I know how it's gonna go.
Yo, what up? It's your boy MoeCheeze, aka Grits, and this is Country Roads.
What you say now? What? You know I can't hear. I'm in left ear. I don't like that dog house over here. But I like that Tiger Park show, and I like that Country Roads. That Fish and Grits is alright. That microwave, it'd be too loud for me.
Yo, what up? It's your boy MoeCheeze, aka Grits, broadcast live from the Country Roads Diner. This is Country Roads Experience. As y'all can see, your boy got a new look. Your boy got a new look. I done went with the Allen Iverson braids on y'all ass. Shut up, baby. You just mad. Baby just mad because he been on the show. Baby been on this show for 5 years and ain't grew up not a single damn lick.
What?
You heard me, Russ. He ain't grew up a lick. Y'all heard of baby hair. Y'all know how babies come out and be bald? That's how baby look right about now. Still, 5 years later, still bald. He the oldest, grownest, little baby head ass motherfucker you ever want to see. Yeah. Hey, I don't know how y'all feeling out there today, but hopefully I can make you feel a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I can make you feel a little bit better, just a wee bit better. You know what I'm saying? And hey, ladies, if you're looking for edges, holla at your boy. I got the edges. Thinking about putting these things in a dime bag, selling them. Selling edges, they grow back fast. So I think I might sell some edges to some ladies. We had this conversation. It didn't go so well earlier when I was telling people about edges. Some ladies got offended. Hey, don't get offended at me because you've been putting weave in your head, pulling your damn edges out. It's not my fault. I didn't do it. Your beautician did it. You did it when you made the choice. That's why your hairline is back here. Yes, sir. Nah. I'm just playing, man. As y'all can see, I'm in a good mood. So we got a lot to talk about today. EJ will be joining me here in a little while on the show. Shout out to the chat room. Shout out to the people that are listening in on the show via X Squad Radio, Blazing 420. I guess our brother station in Blazing 420. Shout out to the people that are looking at the show right now on YouTube and are in the chat room. Appreciate y'all for checking me out this morning. We are going to get into a vast number of topics. Obviously, my Falcons got to win. My Falcons got to win. My Bulldogs got to win as well. Yep. Well, we knew that was going to happen, although, some might say we got tested. I think we kind of sort of played down to the competition a little bit, but we'll get into it. As I was able to watch the highlights, I know I'm going to catch some flack because I said I was only able to watch the highlights, but I will explain. Shut up, baby. I don't need. Look, I got enough heat coming from Jungle Brother, and he's a little perturbed today, baby. He's a little perturbed.
What?
Russ, Jungle Brother is a little perturbed.
What?
Matter of fact, let me tell you how perturbed he is.
What?
I'm gonna tell you, Russ. I'm gonna tell you how perturbed he is.
What?
He is so perturbed that he did a show last night at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
What?
1 o'clock in the morning, rant. 1 o'clock in the morning, rant about how Daniel Jones would not look to the right. Daniel Jones wouldn't look to the right. The pressure was coming from the right. The coaches didn't make any kind of adjustments. They made no adjustments. Daniel Jones made no adjustments, and Jungle Brother had to go on a rant because his Giants took a L to the Cowboys. Yes, that is funny, baby, because it was a lot of shit being talked. Although I will say, you know, there was a live video link that I went into. Let me tell y'all, man. This might have been the saddest damn watch party ever. This might have been the saddest watch party. Yo, imagine you go to a party and it ain't nothing but fans there, the losing team. Oh shit. Yo. It was so sad in there, man. It was a sad venue, bruh. It was a sad venue. A bunch of old men standing up against the wall with Sour Patch faces. I know y'all been to that party before. I know y'all been to that party where everybody pissed off and disappointed because shit ain't going the way they thought it was gonna go. Yeah. Jungle was in the watch party. Jungle was in the watch party looking like he swallowed 5 barrels of damn lemons the way his team was playing. Hey, I was just there. I was there because, you know, I picked the Cowboys. If you watch the show on Sunday morning, we did a pop-up show, which I think may do not hold my feet to this one. I think the Sunday show might become a thing. It might just be a thing. And we might just do the Sunday show every week, maybe a quick hour, 2-hour show in the morning, get you ready for your football, your fantasy football, for those that play it. Although some people frown upon the great fantasy football. I don't know why. Hey. First of all, I don't play fantasy football for free. I play fantasy football for funds. Not for fun, for funds. And shout out to the Mo Fish and Grits DraftKings League. It will be going down again this week. I was waiting until last night's game finished, and I'm looking at my phone right now to see what options it'll give me as far as creating the contest. Last week we ran the contest only the Sunday games. I don't know how fast we can get this full. I kind of want to do all of the Sunday games, but for some reason it's only giving me like the 1 o'clock. It's giving me 12 games, or it's giving me 16 games. Again, I don't know how fast we can get this filled. And today being Tuesday, it's kind of hard to get a 16 game schedule filled So we probably just gonna run it one more week. We'll run the Sunday contest. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and create it now. I'll go ahead and create it now. Actually, I'll do it on the break. I'll do it on the break because I don't want to fuck nothing up. I almost want to add some more people in and maybe bump this up to 25 because I think it was some people that may have gotten left out from last week's get in where you fit in. But we'll see. I have to consult the great Mocha Bella. Although Mocha Bella might be a little pissed off at me right now. Mocha might be a little pissed off. I got a quick phone call that I just got. Hold on, y'all. Live radio, ladies and gentlemen, live radio. Shut it up. Shut up. Shut up. There's a call from a co-host. I had to answer the call, man. I had to answer that call. Mocha Bella might be just a little incy weensy bitty teeny weeny pissed off at me. As the Fighting Mocha Bellas took a L to the Country Roads Cheese Grits in the Mo Fish and Grit Fantasy Football League. The Fighting Mocha Bellas fell 345.5 to 371.5. Shut it up. Shut up. Shut up. Right now. Shut up. Y'all do not boo me on my show after I beat Mocha Bella. Oh, you motherfuckers is just disrespectful. You motherfuckers is just disrespectful this morning. You know what? I don't have time for this. Let me go over some more fantasy football Mo Fish and Grits League scores. We had the Fighting D Greatest taking on Ray Pookie them, which Ray Pookie them is your boy Rough Buff dog walk D Greatest ass 419 to 260 at 4.5. I'm sure D Greatest doesn't care. He probably doesn't care. Only because his Cowboys got the win over the Giants. And I apologize. Actually, I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all getting a little bit of bad radio right now after I send this message. Again, I apologize. All right, so I'm gonna get back to the fantasy news. But the reason y'all see me sending text messages, I got a phone call. Literally, I got a phone call maybe about 15 minutes before show start time. There is an event that's going to be going down this weekend, Saturday to be exact. On Saturday, there will be a Black Man March on the capital of Georgia. So here in Atlanta, Georgia, the event will start at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there is a slew of guests that will be there. I will just give you a few. Jimmy Hill, Justice for Jimmy Atkins. Brother Bob will be there. He is actually in charge of Juneteenth Atlanta Parade, which is actually interesting. I see Kesey is in here. Kesey, I don't know if you remember when we did the event. We did the bike giveaway, and when we did the bike giveaway and we were at Walmart. If you remember, Brother Bob actually approached us at Walmart and let us know that he was in charge of the Juneteenth festivals every year. So he'll actually be at this event at the march on Saturday. You have Brother Rashad Ritchie, the realest man on radio. He will be there. You will have Brother Huron, the CEO of the Street Groomers, will be there, as well as Brother Stone, the co-founder of the Street Groomers. You'll have Rizza Islam. You'll have Al Bartel for governor. And the reason that I am text messaging back and forth today is because we may have a special guest on today. Again, 15 minutes before the show started, I got a phone call asking me if I had room for a guest. And that possible guest that may possibly be joining us sometime today on the show, I may have to actually run the show over. Dr. Umar Abdullah Johnson may be joining the show today, man. So Dr. Umar might actually be on the show with us today. So if y'all have questions for Dr. Umar, make sure you throw those in the chat room. I am hoping that we can get him on. I will tell y'all, if we don't get him on today, although I gotta run this by the powers that be, more than likely I'm gonna be on tomorrow. Because I think I'm gonna have Rizza on. I think it's being set up for me to be able to interview Rizza Islam, as well as for me to be able to get Dr. Rashad Ritchie on air. So y'all may see a pop-up show on tomorrow from your boy MoeCheeze, aka Grits, with a couple of special guests. I will be broadcasting live, or the plan is for me to be broadcasting live from the event on Saturday as well. So y'all will see that I actually have a flyer that they've done for me. I've posted that on Facebook. If you're in the Atlanta area or will be in the Atlanta area on Saturday and you would like to come out and participate in the march, I believe the march is going to start at Old Turner Field. And it'll go down to the state capitol. Again, I should be down there early in the morning as far as the setup. I got to go down Friday and do some surveying with Sister Pink, Brother Stone, and the people that are actually organizing the event. Shout out to Mocha Bella checking in via XY Radio. Mocha, go ahead and bring yourself on over to YouTube. I see you, D Greatest from South Central, checking in. One of the reasons why Jungle Brother had to go on a rant last night. Hey, the Cowboy, and let me just say this, because this wasn't an ass whooping. This shit was horrible, man. That was a terrible game to watch, bro. Like watching that game was like pulling teeth. I promise y'all, it was literally like pulling teeth. But somehow I got through watching the garbage, and at the end of the day, the Giants took an L. Yes, clap. All right, so y'all know EJ will be joining me here in a few minutes. Again, let me finish with my rundown on scores. So the Fighting D Greatest took L to Ray Pookie them. Murder Red Rum, which is my broski, the microwave, actually hit him with 471 points to 450.5 versus Ty Valentine. So Microwave took a win. I believe Microwave still undefeated in the league. You had the Fighting Keesees taking on the Hillside Hustlers, which is our homie RC Sizzle in Minnesota. Sizzle kicked Kesey ass, ladies and gentlemen. What y'all booing Sizzle for? It ain't his fault the Kesey lineup sucked. It ain't his fault. It ain't Sizzle's fault the Kesey lineup sucked. Shut up, baby. You gonna get me fired. You don't get me fired. Actually, I might get myself fired because I said Kesey lineup sucked. But it's the truth. His lineup sucked. All right. Kesey got mollywop 369 to 420 at 5.5 by R Sizzle.
What?
I said he got mollywop, Russ. I don't want you to stop interrupting the damn show. All right. Savages in the box, which is Trey Frazier, took on Bucktown, Carolina, Made Me, which is Big Mo. Big Mo got beat once again. Scored 385.5 to 338.5. Big Mo would not listen to my advice and did not change his freaking lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, he had a person in his lineup that was... They were already estimated to score 0 damn points. Let me look at your bench and see if you could have got up out of this, man. Just looking at your bench, to be honest with you, bro. You was gonna take that L. You was gonna take that L. Yeah. It wasn't much you was gonna be able to do about this ass whooping. Just looking, there was nobody that Big Mo could have substituted that would have made a damn difference at all. Big Mo falls to Trey Frazier, and Georgia Peach took on the ATL Stompers, which is Sluggo the Hammer. Sluggo the Hammer. Don't be out here putting your hands on my damn sister like this, bruh. Don't be putting your hands on my sister. Sluggo beat Georgia Peach 403 to 366. So just right now, if we want to take a look at the standings, Microwave is the only undefeated team in the league. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. Microwave undefeated. Ty Valentine, myself, Sluggo, Trey Frazier, RC, and Georgia Peach are all sitting at 2-1. Rough Buff, Mocha Bella, and Big Mo are all sitting at 1-2. And you know what? Do it. Yep. Do it. Ladies and gentlemen, in breaking news, the Fighting D Greatesses and the Fighting Keesees are sitting on a damn goose egg and 3 losses. Kesey and D Greatest, get your shit together. The only thing I would tell you is don't get your shit together this week. Not this week. Hey, you sit back and you relax and you chill the hell out, okay? How about that? Don't worry about your team this week, bruh. I'm trying to see who do I have coming up in week 4. Let's see who the matchups are for week 4. No, that's not accurate. That's not accurate. I guess it ain't updated just as of yet as far as who we will be playing next. What the hell's nizzle? I know. I thank you. Y'all see this. Like Mocha, I'm not rubbing it in. I'm not rubbing it in at all, Mocha. I'm not rubbing it in. I'm just showing what was happening on my phone. You know, it was giving. Look, let me make sure y'all see it. They was giving me a celebration. Bud Light. You know what I'm saying? Not rubbing it in though. I'm not rubbing it in at all. Not rubbing it in. Kesey, you know what? I can't even say nothing. Kesey said shaking my head. We will rise soon. The Falcons already rose up. Oh shit. Let me see if I can see the schedule for week 4. Oh snaps. All right. Week 4 is going now. I don't know if Microwave is listening right now, but Microwave, it's time for your ass to take an L. Me and Microwave play this week, ladies and gentlemen, so it will be shit talking going on all week. Microwave, come out and play.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm talking about Microwave me playing the fantasy football, motherfucker. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. If you've been listening to the damn show, you know what the hell I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, man, before I get too upset messing around with Russ, hey, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, by the time we come back, EJ should be with us. We'll get into some more topics. Again, if you looked at the show rundown, it's a couple things, and I didn't put one of them on there. Number one, did y'all know that NASA actually exploded a damn meteorite or asteroid into meteors? Did you know? Maybe we freaking should. Did you know that little kids is out here these days acting like cats?
What?
Russ, there's little kids out here acting like cats, and apparently some adults are actually okay with this shit.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Russ, I'm just telling you what I saw, man. There's little kids out here acting like cats. I don't subscribe to that shit. I wish my kid would come home acting like a cat. EJ got something that he wanted to get into. Again, we'll talk a little bit about some college football, some NFL football. We got to make our 3 picks on y'all as well. We'll read the chat comments. It was probably some stuff we didn't get to last week that we'll get to this week. Hey, I got a question for y'all. Let me go ahead and piss people off. After this week, so last week before Georgia played Kent State, the talk was about Stetson Bennett being possibly, or actually Stetson Bennett was like ranked 4th or 5th in the Heisman conversation. After this week, is Stetson Bennett still in the Heisman conversation? I don't know. Stetson, you didn't play all that well this week. No touchdown strong. Brock Bowers looks more like the Heisman candidate if you were to ask me. But if you're looking at my show, then you are asking me, and I'm telling you. So I don't know about Stetson Bennett, but we'll have a conversation. Did Georgia let people down? Milk and Cookies checking into the building. Milk and Cookies, appreciate you for checking in. Again, we're going to take a quick break, man. When we come back, we'll get into it. PNP in the building. Yeah, PNP, we had to break that thing back real quick, man. Had to do something a little different. I had contemplated on the braids. I needed to see what it looked like, man. It's been ages since I had my hair actually braided and it wasn't locked up and braided. So this was a fun experience. Took me back to when I was little and my mama was greasing my hair when I was an itty bitty baby. But yeah, I actually, I fuck with the braids. And public service announcement, if there's any ladies out there, matter of fact, let me do this the right way. Ladies, you've dealt with weave all of your life and your beautician has pulled your edges out, holler at MoeCheeze, aka Grits, at countryroadsexp@gmail.com. We can restore your edges. As you can see, my edges are on fleek. Come and get your edges. Come and get your edges. Hey, we'll be right back. It's your boy MoeCheeze, aka Grizz, broadcast live from the Country Roads Diner. Let's go.
Yo, this your girl Lifey T. Holla at our boy Melvin at Bay 11 Automotive at 1455 General Arts Road Northwest in Conyers, Georgia. Don't take your cars nowhere else. You'll definitely regret it.
Let's start the show. This is a podcast.
Look, I'm sorry for not returning them calls.
Sorry I don't keep my bed warm at night.
Shorty, I've been running. Ain't like I'm trying to shut you out. I just got business to attend to, you know?
Do you know how it feels to be alone out here?
I did you wrong by keeping you at arm's length.
Clock the type to feel your vibe first. Won't catch me on social networks dying from thirst. Even though they say the flesh of man's biggest weakness. Cause when I see your thick frame, make me pray to Jesus. God, dick her cause she bad with a tunnel vision. Eyes connect, I get that look like, boy, come and get it. Just trying to hit the right positions when you come to visit. We can do whatever you like, whatever fuck the ticket. Is it the way that you design? Exquisite. Just naturally defined, saying outcast, but ahead of your time. 3,000 miles before from a Caroline. I'm too old to say we go together. Just ride with me, plant a seed, we can grow forever. She a homebody, rarely getting wasted. Stay moving, need balance. Why I love it that she basic, yeah. They don't know. They don't know. I said they don't know. They don't know how I think about you. I said they don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They gon' know. But why I think about you.
You keep me focused, I'm loving the way you hold it down. You got me open, I'm done playing, I'm slowing down. Been through the heartache and storms, but shit, it's over now. We older now, we growing together, we got a family now. Through all the struggles and drama, you kept my head up. I used to take you for granted, knew you was fed up. You was tired of being patient and waiting for me to change. Through it all, you stuck it out and was waiting for me to grow up. I love the way you smile when you be staring at me. Drive me crazy sometimes, but know I make you happy. Nobody thought we could make it cause we was opposites. We just let them haters keep hating and we just laughing at them. They probably tear us apart if we was to ever let them. We go through drama like them, but we'll never tell them. They try to be in your business with all them different agendas, with ill intentions cause they bitter, but we never sweat them.
They don't know. They don't know. I said they don't know. They don't know how I think about you. I said they don't know. They don't know. They don't know. But they gon' know. But why I think about you.
This is your girl, Lofty T, and I'm here to tell you about Takeover Tuesday, where we're bringing you breakfast, lunch, a snack, dinner, and a nightcap. Catch your boy MoeCheeze on the country roads from 10 to 1, where he's opening up the diner. Then catch your girl Tawanda from 1 to 5, where she's giving you the tea with tea and the black table. From 5 to 7, my bro got you cooking with the microwave. Followed by Mo Fish and Grits from 7 to 10. Last but not least, you got your nightcap with the Country Road Show presenting It's a Long Story. Please make sure you put your kids to bed. You can catch all of these on xquadradio.com, Blazing 420 Radio, WPAM, Fleet Radio Network, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, and Spreaker. Get at 'em.
This is a Podcast.
We don't take orders from super fools. We give them.
Give it to you. Any and all resistance will crumble. Nonsense. There's never been a threat Squad couldn't handle. It is the purpose of the Squad to align our infamous forces against the powers of good and defeat them, leaving us, the rulers of the world.
Squad Network, the future of radio.
What you say now? What you know I can't hear. I'm in left ear. I don't like that dog of y'all's over here. But I like that Tiger Park show, and I like that country roads. That fish and grits is alright. That microwave, it'd be too loud for
What up, what up? We back. We back. Shout out to my brother Big Mo checking into the building. Shout out to Poodle in Portland checking into the building as well. Shout out to my sister Tila in the building. Shout out to the wifey at work, working hardly working. Shout out to Miss Mocha Bella. Mocha, I apologize. Hey, but you should feel all right. Your Dolphins got the win over the Fighting Rough Buffs, lady. And that was a good game. That was a damn good game. I don't know if we want to blame anything on time management at the end of the game. And Buffalo not being able to get off the kick at the end of the game. But damn good game. Tua, I'm not going to just sit here and be like Tua looked like a world beater, but you know, Tua gets the win. Poodle in Portland said going to yoga and blowing this tree ears on in a second. Appreciate you, sis. I'm trying to be good today. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to wait till the 1 o'clock hour before I go into the Garden of Whedon. Trying to be as good as possible on camera. Shut up, baby. We working on things. Hey, shout out to my bro D Greatest checking into the building. I don't know if Jungle just left or not. My broski microwave checking into the building. Make sure y'all tune in 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cooking with the Microwave coming on today from 5 to 7. And then from 7 to 9, you get Mo Fish and Grits. You can check us out on YouTube, on the YouTube page. MFG, the podcast, is how you would check that out. MFG, the podcast. And then after that, It's a Long Story will be on this evening as well. I've been getting asked the question of, is Tawanda going to be coming back on air? Hey, I got some bad news, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, got some bad news. Unfortunately, Tawanda is a little busy. She's working on cases. She has some things that she is working on that are taking up her time. So the commitment to actually doing the show is no longer there. We will try to have Tawanda on as a guest here and there until things possibly settle down and we can get her back on air. But the tea with T and the Black Table, as for right now, has been put up on the shelf. Hey. Look. This possibility, hell, Takeover Tuesday could go away. I'm just playing. But your boy is probably about to get back into this workforce. Grits Lawn Services is probably about to crank up. Folks probably like Grits Lawn Service about to crank back up. It's like the end of the lawn season. Actually in Georgia, hell, man, we don't really get no end of the lawn season. Hell, you don't even know when it's gonna get cold. It might not actually get cold until February in Georgia. So literally Christmas Day might feel like springtime around this joint, and literally might not get cold in Georgia till the end of January, sometime in February, if it ever even happens. Like you might have a couple of days where you just get random coldness here in Georgia. So have an opportunity to do some contracting work for one of the biggest landscaping companies here in Atlanta or the Atlanta area. So definitely going to take advantage of that opportunity and get my gear back out. But I am going to work it out so that my Tuesdays will be free. If I got to make up that time on the weekend, I'll make up the time on the weekend. But I spoke to the owner, let him know, I have some other things that I work on, mainly this radio or podcast. And I'm not quite willing to step away from my podcasting duties. But it's a different way you can spend that to somebody. You tell them, hey, look, I do podcasting, I do content creating. And if you allow me to get this Tuesday off, hey, I can do some free promotions for you on my show on Tuesdays. Sounds like a freaking win to me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying, free promotion for my day off. Sounds like a win-win. Did Laffy T get tired, Mr. Tibbs climbing in and out of her bed? She braided that shit down. Oh shit. Hey, I'm gonna tell you some funny ass shit since you said that. It just made me think about something. Y'all know I just be talking about random shit sometimes. Hey, the funniest thing is actually going to bed, right? So we got blackout curtains in the room. So obviously, when you go into the room at night, it's literally like pitch black when the lights go off. So imagine you laying in the bed, you say your good nights, and then, you usually kiss your significant other before you go to sleep. Hey, let me tell y'all what Laffy do. Laffy literally, when my fro is out, Laffy literally will feel around until she can feel my hair on my head and literally like grips my fro. She'll pull me in for the kiss, ladies and gentlemen. That's how that happens that night.
What?
Man, Russ, don't you start, man. I'm just telling the people how my fro used to be a beacon. A beacon for guiding in for one's goodnight kiss.
What?
Russ, I know you heard exactly what I said, and I know you're a little bit smarter than you acting right now.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man.
If you see the look on my face, this is what me and Russ go through literally on a daily basis. I feel like I be sitting here at a computer working, not even doing a damn show, and all of a sudden,
what?
I'm like, Russ, man, just leave me alone for a little while, bro. Let me get my show functioning and running the way that it's supposed to run, if you don't mind. Hey, if y'all missed it, we got a new Bay 11 auto promotion as well. Matter of fact, let me just do it just because I feel like doing it. Bay 11 Auto. Shout out to Melly Mel. He has not checked into the building yet, as I have seen. He may be listening via xyradio.com and on the app. I don't see him here in the YouTube page, but here's the Bay 11 Auto commercial in case you missed it.
Yo, this your girl Laffy T. Holla at our boy Melvin at Bay 11 Automotive at 1455 General Arts Road Northwest in Conyers, Georgia. Don't take your cars nowhere else. You'll definitely regret it.
So that's your Bay 11 Auto commercial. Make sure you go holler at Melvin at Bay 11 Autos. That is on General Arts Road, Conyers, Georgia. Usually I remember the address off the top of my head. But again, make sure you give Melvin a call. If you are in the Atlanta metro area and you need some work done, just give Melvin a call. Matter of fact, let me see something real quick, y'all. Let me see something. Cause I just got a phone call. Hold on, bro. Let me see if I can patch you in to the show. We gonna see if we can patch Mel into the show. Real quick. There we go. So Melly Mel, I just played the commercial drop for you, showing the new improved logo for Bay 11 Autos. It looks absolutely dope, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I really do. I appreciate what all y'all guys are doing, man. I appreciate it again.
Hey, man.
What's up with you, dog?
Oh man, just chilling. Another day in the podcast world. Got a crazy phone call 15 minutes before the show started. So there's a possibility we will have Dr. Umar Abdul Johnson checking into the show today, Mel.
Sounds exciting.
Hey man, that's a pretty big interview. If it doesn't happen today, then that means I'm gonna have to do a pop-up show tomorrow, and we may have a lineup that consists of Dr. Umar, Rashad Ritchie, and Riza Islam, as well as some of the street groomers. So we may have a pop-up show for the people tomorrow.
That is dope, bro. I'm happy to hear that, man. Hey, I was listening to Rashad Ritchie show the other day with Dr. Rashad Ritchie. I think he's on a podcast.
Yeah, he has a podcast as well.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. This podcast thing is really taking off. In fact, I was listening to B103 yesterday. Stephen A is doing a podcast.
You said who?
Stephen A from ESPN.
Doing a podcast on. Oh, well, you said you heard that on V103. I think Stephen A.
Yeah.
I think he's turned his. I think he has a radio show that he does, and I think he turns that daily radio show into a podcast.
I don't know. Well, he was on the Big Ticket Show yesterday, actually. He was on the Big Ticket Show yesterday. And he's doing something totally different. Where he owns the show. It's not related to anything on ESPN or ESPN radio. He's stepping out doing his own thing. And I think it starts next week. I didn't get the full details of it, but apparently this podcast thing is something.
I'm gonna say I think Stephen A surprised a lot of people last week after the info came down about Emi Udoka, and seemingly he was getting a bus ran over him, and Stephen A. Smith took to the podium in defense, not necessarily in defense of his actions, but in defense of him, and saying that the punishment doesn't necessarily fit. And it's not a crime per se, but the punishment doesn't fit the actions. And I know him and Malika Andrews actually got into it because Malika came on and was quote unquote trying to defend the female that is involved in the situation, almost trying to make it sound like and I'm gonna use this word because I want to get around to it. Malika made it sound like Stephen A was victim blaming, and
I don't think there's a victim in this.
That's what I was. Thank you. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Not the two people who work for Boston, those aren't victims. I'm sure some victims outside of that, but none of them work for the Celtics.
All right, so RC just came into the chat room. He said he's got a new show where he talks about politics, social issues, and other topics. his first interview was with LL. Okay, all right, so it's going to be different.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
it's been a crazy 2 weeks. Hey, but I did want to add this, especially since you brought up the Celtics head coach, or maybe formerly head coach. But all of this, and no crime has occurred, but Brett Favre was taking money to try to get Deion Sanders to sign with Mississippi State. Who did Brett Favre play for?
In college? Well, I know Brett Favre. I know he took money, and I honestly, man, just because it's Brett Favre, I ain't even really wanted to go look into it too much. From what I was seeing, Brett Favre was taking money, quote unquote, to build some kind of park, and then he tried to act like he didn't know that the money was coming from or being distributed from welfare, or per his attorney, he didn't know.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. This is a scandal. But because it's Brett Favre, we're not talking about it. But the crumless event that happened in Boston, we heard about it all last week. You know what I'm saying? And this dude about to lose his job because of that.
Well, my I guess my biggest issue is why suspend him indefinitely? Well, you suspended him for a year, but you're saying it's indefinite, and then you're saying that I mean he's probably not going back to the team. I don't see a situation where he can go back to the team because it's going to be a very uncomfortable situation. Number one. I feel like Boston, if Boston wanted to leak this information, where I have my own opinion as to the things that happened, if they were going to leak this information, why not fire him? And I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was saying, I feel like they're pigeonholing him at this point because they don't want, midway through the season, there's a struggling team, and then boom, you got a great available coach that they can go pick up. But somebody else, and interested to hear your thoughts. Somebody else was like, even if they fired him, they don't think that somebody would actually touch him this year. Do you feel like, and I hate to use it, but do you feel like he's tainted goods right now?
Well, I think with the season about to start, I think teams are already dug into whatever coach they got. You know what I mean? Like you don't see the Lakers saying, "Hey, let's get rid of whomever and just bring up Uduko." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So I think he's not going to coach this year regardless. And if he does lead the Celtics and teams have a bad year and they're looking for a coach, I think he's gonna get another job. It would be devastating if he didn't. You know what I'm saying? After 1 year he did with the Celtics, who, really, really overachieved.
Right. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Anything else you had on your mind? And Mel, please do this. Give out the phone number for people that need to have some car repairs done that might be in the Atlanta area that want to come holler at you at Bay 11 Autos.
I appreciate that. I do have a couple of other things. I wanted to talk about that game last night. Well, not talk about it, not so much the game, but the score. And I listened to Chief Rocker. I listened to Chief Rocker show last night. Yesterday, I listened to some of it yesterday, and he was saying that the midgets, the New York football team midgets, are going to be 3-0. And they lost to a backup quarterback. Hey, that Rush guy. Hey, speaking of that, man, I think Jerry Jones is dead on. I think it's going to be a quarterback controversy in Dallas. Now, if that helps that, I don't know.
You see what Zeke says. Zeke said Jerry just out here trying to sell something.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, if this dude goes undefeated while Dak is on the sideline, I don't know if Dak gonna be welcome back like that. I think they just may play this thing on out. And he has the right complexion for I don't know. He has the right complexion for that to happen.
I will say this. I don't think that Jerry has the gall to replace Dak after paying Dak all that money.
Okay.
But we've seen crazier, and again, although Jungle Brothers in the chat room talking shit already, talking about EJ and Mo takes inspired cooning A. Smith regarding their takes on black quarterbacks. Jungle. The guy whose franchise has never had a black quarterback, but that's who you cheer for.
Right.
Never.
Right.
The guy who has adopted Marcus Mariota into the black community all of a sudden. Jungle, don't make me get started on your ass. You do realize I got the microphone today, sir.
Hey, what happened to the top running back in the league last night? What he had, -2 yards?
You talking about Zeke?
No, the running back for the New York Midgets.
Saquon Barkley? Oh, Saquon Barkley went off last night, bro. I'm not even going to lie. He won me 2 fantasy football leagues last night.
Is that right? Because every time I saw him, he was getting hit behind the line.
Hey, man, all I'm saying is that man won me 2 fantasy football leagues last night. Let me just look and see if I can see what the stats.
What they gave on the ball at the 1 and he took it in?
Hey, it's very possible, Mel. Let's see what they had. Saquon Barkley had. I need New York stats.
Because they only had 16 points, if I remember correctly.
Dallas, Giants. All right. So Saquon Barkley had, and we're going to get EJ in here in a second. He had 14 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
Okay.
He also had 4 receptions, 45 yards, no touchdown. Okay. So four receptions on 4 targets.
He did okay. But every time I saw him, I didn't watch the first half, but I did catch the fourth quarter, and he looked like he was getting wrapped up. And I hate how old boy got hurt, Shepard. I hear he's injury prone.
Yeah, and he just came back off injury, so for New York, maybe they're back to reality a little bit. Now you missing one of your star receivers or your star receiver. Although they got another guy, I think his name is Johnson, that's been playing okay. But yeah, Jungle, here we go. All the Uncle Ruckus will come out and say Cooper Rush should stay the starter. You can't make this shit up. Actually, I mean, your boy Jerry Jones is the one that started that whole conversation in regards to saying if Cooper Rush goes undefeated, then it's going to be a quarterback competition again. Microwave just said it in the chat room. You can't have $40 million sitting on your bench and and it's healthy. You know what I'm saying? So unless that just comes back and absolutely plays miserable, I can't see Jerry actually replacing him.
Hey, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Mel, give out the phone number so we get EJ up in here.
That's what's up, man. The phone number is 404-295-5715, Bay 11 Automotive over here in Conyers, Georgia.
Y'all heard it right here. Direct from the owner's mouth, not the horse's mouth, from the owner's mouth. Hey Mel, how about them birds?
Hey man, I had to hold my breath to the last second, make sure it was 000 before I said, oh, they finally got one. But how about those Chiefs, man? Goodness goddamn. We lost against
Dak.
The Colts.
Bad clock management. Bad clock management. Is no way that the Chiefs are supposed to lose to the Colts and Matty Soft Ice.
Hey,
exactly.
Hey man, y'all gonna leave my coats alone, man. You can't put me on if we going off on my coats right now.
We gonna officially bring you in the right way, but I saw where it was going, so I had to put you on screen. We talking about Matty Soft Ice.
Hey, look, man, I'm talking about a win is a win. I'm talking about a win is a win by the projected first to second best team in the NFL, supposedly right now, them and the Bills. So I'm gonna take it, and hopefully we can build off of it. Simple as that.
Bad clock management.
Hey, man, y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all a little later.
All right, that's Melly Mel from Bay 11 Autos, y'all checking in.
MoeCheeze. Hey, Mo.
Yes, sir.
Hey, one last thing. Who said who called you Mr. Teals, bro? Because I was looking at pictures.
P&P, Poodle in Portland.
Look. So I was you asked me to find something yesterday, so I was looking back at the pictures, scrolling through my phone, and the thing over at Microwave House. I was like, God damn, you do look like Mr. Teals in the pictures.
Really? That's how we doing it today, man. That's how we doing it.
That's a great way to end the call right there. That's a great way. Throw that jail when you leave. You know what I'm saying?
Really, these motherfuckers really got me out here like Sydney freaking Portier, Mr. freaking Tibbs. Yo, we gonna bring you in the right way. Hey y'all, sit back, relax 2 seconds. We gotta do this the right way as far as bringing in the hot seat. As y'all can see, EJ, Mr. Controversy is here. Chat room, get ready with your bullshit now.
Yo, this your girl Laffy T. Holla at our boy Melvin at Bay 11 Automotive at 1455 General Arts Road Northwest in Conyers, Georgia. Don't take your cars nowhere else. You'll definitely regret it.
Oh, you have so much music. Who are you listening to?
Podcast.
Sound booth, this mic cock, this zinc pen and them lights out. Been riding around about 6 weeks with these sick beats for this hip hop. That past life in my rear view, this life of mine I done been through. Got war scars and I wrote bars, and I can tell you all that I done lived through. They rolling up and he smoking pipes. He locked up and I wrote kites. He folding up, I said hold tight. But them dark days and them cold nights, that fleshed out with that old me. I felt pain but I know peace, cause I found God in that cold cell with them OGs and them cold sheets. He told me that he kept me all the times that he let me walk around with these fake smiles on my face, knowing he blessed me. But he tested me, I'm a changed man, equipped me for this game plan. And I overdosed with that Holy Ghost, and my team promoting that name brand. He hold me up when I can't stand. He pulled me out of that quicksand, and I'm thanking him for them yesterdays, cause that set the stage for this change, man. I've been there, done that, fell flat but I bounced back. Like them living legends that live to tell it. My adversary won't like that. Been there, done that, been there, done that, been there, done that. No, never wanna go back. Been there, done that, been there, done that. Tell them that we run rap and no, never wanna go back. Been there, done that, been there, done that, been there, done that. No, never wanna go back. Been there, done that, been there, done that. Tell them that we run rap and no, never wanna go back.
Keys opens doors. How many you wanna go open? Ride around in my side of town, open up with he closing. Have you ever seen me focus? Have you ever seen me broken? Have you ever seen me moping? Probably, but I'm growing. Facilitate with that untapped power to go run rap. Nails all in my pathway, but don't worry though, cause I'm run flats. Genesis, don't look back. My energy is on my enemies. That's just yesterday with no impact. Speakers in my trunk, bumping gospel in the trap. Got the product and it's obvious that they keep coming back. But they terrified of changes, but that's normal in the flesh. I'm entrusted with a talent, so what else do you expect? I can complicate the conversation, dish your intellect. But I've been me with wanna doubt Christ. No need to express what's a million when you broke. Approach class to a jet. Where ain't no man's potential right now. It's God's best. You want it. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. No, never wanna go back. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Tell them that we run rapid and no, never wanna go back. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. No, never wanna go back. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Tell them that we run rapid and no, never wanna go back. Yeah.
I'm bringing you the best shit on the block.
I guess this is gonna turn into what I said it wasn't gonna be. So I guess I'll be telling y'all some of the shit that happened while I was gone.
And there's no a proper way to take a good penis pic, okay? Like, can you put a bow on it and dress it up, make it look fancy? I've done seen some penises that look like a skinny slut. Sir.
Wait.
Sir.
Miss Carter joins us today on the show. Miss Carter, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
I'm gonna start saying Q as he told me, we family now.
Exactly. Yeah, and don't make me feel so old either.
Hey.
When you put that mister on there.
You see my grace shining through. The greatest. I figured it out. You wanna know why I figured it out? You wanna know why I figured it out? I built this shit. Break by break. And I'm damn if we gonna put on bad radio, cause motherfuckers can't hear motherfucking talk. Yo, what up? It's your boy MoeCheeze, aka Grits, broadcasting live from the Country Roads Diner. This is Country Roads Experience. And the hot table, my man EJ Thomas. Miss Sure Controversy is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we kind of sort of was already talking about your Colts. Chat room says, the Colts are good garbage. How many fumbles did Matt Ryan have? We beat ourselves, and I'd rather have a tough loss in a regular season than in the playoffs, which is the Colts won't even smell.
So coming in straight to that is, I'm a Colts fan, but I also have a pretty good read on my team. We're not ready. Our main weakness has been for years the QB. Ever since Luck left, either we've had QBs that are just not the type to take you over the top, a little too conservative, like Jacoby, or we've had guys that are past their prime, don't really have the same arm that they had, 5 years ago. We got them out 5 years too late, and I think we've done that with the last three quarterbacks, with definitely with Rivers and Wentz, injury kind of issues, and you see what's going on with him in Washington, up and down, and then now we have Matt Ryan, fumbles, man. He cut down on the interceptions this game, but I mean, we got to be able to push the ball down the field. We can't just rely on Taylor. Defense has been up and down. First game they did pretty good. Second game was atrocious. This game was a pretty good game considering who we were playing and what they have to deal with. Mahomes is a great quarterback. Doesn't have a heel, but he still has some pieces and can do what he do. So all in all, what I'm going to say about the Colts is I see us either barely making the playoffs or I see us barely missing. I think we can be that 8 to 10 range team, either, sneak in as one of that 6th, 7th seed or, but I don't know if we can win the division. The whole division is weak right now, though. That is one thing to consider.
Yeah.
So that we got to understand. Sometimes it's your division. The Titans wasn't that great of a team last year overall due to Ryan Tannehill kind of having. We might have the same kind of constructed team as they had last year. Good running back, quarterback is the issue.
About time for them to make a switch and go ahead and get Willis in the game.
Definitely. So who we have behind us? Ellinger, I don't think he's ready either. So I think this will be one of those seasons where the any ball that bounces, there's going to be a lot of 50-50 games with us. Being able to control the clock with the great running back, one of the, in my opinion, top 2 in the league.
Definitely.
Because I know how y'all like get with them top 5 lists and stuff like that, so I gotta be careful.
I would say he's in the upper echelon of running backs in the league.
And I definitely think that we can make the playoffs, but we've got to have those 50-50 balls, and we got to have. We don't have the depth on offense. We only got really one major wide receiver, and that's Pittman. He's proven that he can be a 1, but after him, we got Willie Cox. We've got
Dublin,
and Campbell. All these guys are people who, have a major flaw in their game. As far as wide receivers, either Campbell is a fast guy, but he's not a complete route runner. Patriots got rid of him for the same kind of things, not being where he's supposed to be. He's also injury prone. Willie Cox has always been a guy that is he drops some passes from time to time. So as far as the Titans, what I mean by that is constructed to be a run first team. Your quarterback is supposed to not throw interceptions and fumble. He's supposed to manage the game. That was how we were supposed to be constructed this year. And you have a defense that bends but don't break. So yeah, that's what I mean by we were supposed to be. Our best outlook was to be them this year. But we have a massive offensive line that can maul as well as protect the quarterback. But we the quarterback cannot give the game away. We cannot keep going down 20 from the 20 to the 20, and then we fizzle out. And then we had a kicker miss the extra point that cost us. We had he missed a field goal. We got rid of Rodriguez, one of the Georgia products.
I saw y'all got rid of Rodrigo Blankenship. Yeah, I got rid of Hot Rod out there, man. Hot Rod, which I'm trying to understand that. Hot Rod was one of the most consistent kickers in college football, and it apparently is not translating over to the pros. Or maybe it's just something about Georgia, players that played in Georgia going to Indianapolis, and shit just not working out.
Not working.
I'm just like, we saw Matt Ryan's flaws here in Georgia as an Atlanta fan. I'm not going to say he was the worst quarterback. Some people in Atlanta would quote unquote say he's the best quarterback in franchise history. I don't know if I'm going to go that far with it. I mean, stat wise, yeah, but I'm not putting Matt Ryan over Michael Vick as far as the best quarterback in franchise history. Obviously, Michael Vick had the dogfighting issues, which severed ties with Atlanta. But when you think of Atlanta quarterbacks, if Michael Vick isn't the first person that comes to mind, then I'm just going to say you probably racist, and you want to talk about some other motherfucker like I'm trying to think of one of the old ass quarterbacks for the Falcons.
Jeff George,
right?
Matt Schaub.
Motherfuckers would be like, we should have kept Buckhead Brett. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you think that would have worked out? But I will say this, just to
he would have been stealing welfare in Georgia instead of Mississippi.
Exactly. And transitioning over to my squad, the Falcons. Falcons finally get a win over Seattle, and I will say this: I did not expect for the game to be as close as it was. I thought we were going to boat race, and yes, I'm saying I thought we were going to boat race Seattle. We did not necessarily boat race Seattle, and again, it comes down towards the end of the game. And here's my issue with Marcus Mariota. What we cannot have happen is we can't continuously damn near give the game away in the fourth quarter. I know I caught a little bit of flack, and shout out to That Ninja. I think That Ninja checked into the chat room, ABM as well. My brother Pass checked in from It's a Long Story is in the building. I don't think I've missed anybody, but if I did, I'll scroll back up. Caught a little bit of flack yesterday actually during the game. We had a chat group going on. Rated for Life actually was doing a show. So we were all doing in the show. Falcons ended up winning 27-23. But again, it comes down to that point where there's damn near a fatal mistake made by Marcus Mariota. And I've seen it 3 weeks in a row. Fourth quarter. The freaking Marcus Mariota either fumbles the ball. Well, in all 3 games, I think it's been a fumble or an untimely interception. But I know 2 of the 3 games, it's been a fumble in the fourth quarter that allowed another team to really get back in. I feel like the Falcons should be 2-1 at bare minimum. They could be 3-0. They started out the game against the Rams slow as hell, tried to make a fight and come back at the end, only for Marcus Mariota not to be able to even get the ball off on a Hail Mary, which I'm just like, how do you not get a last playoff and throw the ball? How do you take a sack right there? But Falcons win. I'm not going to beat Marcus Mariota up. I do expect for us to see Desmond Ridder at some point in the season to see what we have out of him, especially if we keep losing games. I mean, we got the Browns coming up next. Shout out to Man De Leon. I will be posting the clip. I will be posting the reel. Man De Leon, I seen your reel. You sipping your tea, looking real confident about your Browns right now. I'm a little scared of the defense, but because we have a mobile quarterback and he's able to move the pocket, if he will move the pocket and not try to stand in the pocket, which was my issue with him during the game. I felt like whenever he tried to step into the pocket and keep time versus moving out of the pocket, he just looked shaky as hell to me. He's not a pocket passer, and he looks shaky. But I expect, and I'm going to put it out on wax, the Falcons will be 2-2 after next week. The Browns, y'all going to get shitted on. Doo-doo Brown. I said it. Doo-doo Brown. Jacoby Brissett will hit the ground 4 times on sacks. There will be an interception during the course of the game. And I'm going to say that the Falcons win versus the Browns by 2 scores. So that's one of my picks for our pick'em.
So so
hold on.
The whole Myles Garrett, yes.
Breaking news: Myles Garrett was in a car accident yesterday and may not play on Sunday.
Now, I definitely think that has a chance to influence the game a lot. Based on, I'm gonna be real with you. I think I saw the Giants play Pittsburgh this week, and the Browns, and I really like the Browns and what they're doing. I really like everybody knows about both the running backs with Hunt and Chubb doing their thing, but I like how they're using them and they're having both of them on the field at the same time sometimes. So you don't know if you're going to get that pass out the backfield. I saw Hunt running a lot of wheel routes and buttons and stuff like that, having to hold that linebacker for that extra second. And then sometimes they would give Chubb the ball up the middle or whatever. Even they ran a few jet sweeps. I love their running attack, man. And I don't know, man. I think that's going to be a hell of a lot for Atlanta. And Jacoby is doing what he's supposed to do, man. He's not throwing that pick. He's making sure and him. Oh, also him and the wide receiver from Dallas, that
Amari Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper really seemed to have a good rapport. That really, he's not really a diva guy, so people forget about him a lot. But he's a pretty strong receiver overall, and I think that mixing that up, now that gets Njoku, because Njoku just had like 11 catches. He's dinking that in the middle of the field. I really, really think that that's going to be a tough matchup for Atlanta, man. I wouldn't at all put money on that at all.
All right, let me ask you. Let me ask you this question. Going back to the Browns. So obviously, Deshaun Watson is suspended right now until, is it week 11? I think it's week 11 that they play. Let me just see. I'm gonna go check right now. I'll know no, it might be week 12. Shit. When the hell did they play the Texans? Y'all give me 2 seconds. Okay, it's week 13 actually. So suspended till week 13 when they'll play against the Texans. Do you think so? Right now the Browns are 2-1. Let's just say at week 13 the Browns are. Let's say there are 8-4 going into week 13. Do you pull the plug on Jacoby Brissett? Although
no,
that's what I'm saying. Although Watson hasn't had practice time.
Yeah, between obviously Jacoby's gonna be running with the ones during this time. I don't. He runs out the rest of the season to me if they're 8-4, with a good chance of getting into the playoffs. You gotta let them finish it out, man. It's especially considering all of the backlash and all the issues that's going on with the Watson situation. You worry about that for next year, and you let him start next year. Let him get a full training camp, get used to everybody, and that's what I would personally do. Because then if you send Watson out and there's any mistakes, or let's say I don't know who they're all playing or whatever. I didn't know we was gonna talk about this deep. What's the last few games after that? Or do
Let's see. They got and I see the chat room was saying he was suspended 11 games, but from what I remember, they're saying that he would make his return against the Texans. So after the Texans, they have the Bengals, they have the Ravens.
Mm-hmm. Those are divisional games. So those two games right there could directly determine if they get in the playoffs or not. Whew, boy, that is a hard pill. I do see Michael Webb's comments. You can't have $230 million on your bench healthy. I get that. I also think that this is a situation that nobody's ever really been in before. With that amount of money, with this type of situation. So sometimes there are some other factors to consider. Yes, the talent is there, but if the team is close enough and right on that precipice, I think that they should consider just saying, hey, man, you get your money, just sit out the rest of this year, and we're going to run it, and you come through next year.
Okay. He said 11 games, but there's a bye week included, which is why he will come back week 13. Gotcha. Week 16, they got the Saints. Week 17, they have the Commanders, and week 18 they would play against, where y'all at? The Steelers.
Okay, so
he got a couple of warm-up games.
Well, I mean, but the first two games, he's coming right into divisional play, and you coming right into Lamar, and you coming right into Joe Burrow. So you have to get those games. So I like the comment. Dwayne Law depends on the Browns' record when he comes back. If they're not in position, then you can just throw them out there and whatever, and let them, get the practice reps and everything, getting ready for next season, or you might just want to tank it all the way and get you a good pick so you can get them, top flight wide receiver next go round. But who knows? It's a lot of factors to consider. I just told, what I would do. And I really think that I would, if they're 8-4 or 9-3, I run it.
All right.
I say, Brissett, let's go.
Let's do this, and then we can switch topics. So we gonna do our picks real quick. Let's see what Jungle Brother had smart to say. You could tell when the team has a white quarterback and losing, the whole roster gets mentioned before the bum ass quarterback. Okay. So I gave you my first pick. My first pick is gonna be Browns Falcons. I got the Falcons in that game winning. What's your first random pick?
I'm not giving any picks this week, man.
No picks this week?
No. I'm not giving any picks this week. I have specific I'm staying away from gambling this week.
He said he's staying away from gambling.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
gotta stay away from the picks this week, man. I'm not giving any.
All right, I'm gonna give you. I get the people two more real quick. Just looking. I don't want to do that to the fight at Mocha Bellas. Y'all play Thursday against the Bengals on Prime Video. Mocha, the Dolphins take a loss. Mocha, I'm sorry. Even though the Bengals are 1-2 right now, going against the Dolphins at 3-0, I feel like y'all squeak past a win. I think the Bengals actually squeak out a win and give y'all first loss this week. In my last pick, I got to do it. Bears versus Giants, both sitting at 2-1, and the Giants are pissed off. But guess what, Giants fans? You're going to be even more pissed off next week after the Bears beat y'all ass. After the Bears beat the Giants ass, then we'll get the real Giants fans. Y'all will be back down to freaking earth. After y'all get beat by Justin Fields and the Bears, who look freaking horrible. I'm just wondering how many. Justin Fields 23 of 45, 297 yards for 2 touchdowns. Hey man, how in the hell? How many yards did this do? Yo, Daniel Jones is 59 of 92. You've thrown 92 passes this season already. And you only got 560 yards and 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions? So my last pick of the week will be the Bears versus the Giants. I got the Bears beating the Giants by 10. I got them beating them by 10. Microwave says Mo's picking 3 losers. Don't bet off his picks unless you like losing money. Microwave, if I remember from Sunday, you picked the Seattle Seahawks. Also, if I remember from Sunday, you picked the Buffalo Bills. And also, if I remember from Sunday, you refused to even speak on the Philadelphia Eagles, which is your own team, and make a freaking pick, so shut it up. Appreciate it, Pass. Oh, Pass. You just wait. And ladies and gentlemen, y'all wait till tonight. It's a long story. Capone has been talking shit for the last week and a half about his Giants, but they gonna take this. They gonna take this L today. Oh Lord! All right, guys, we gonna do this. Y'all know how this went last week. Y'all know how this went last week. Let's see how it goes this week. We got a caller in this controversy. Yo, caller, what's up? You calling in? You calling in to the Country Roads EXP? What it do?
What up?
We call it for Mo.
What do you want? What do you want, sir?
You're not about to spread false information into the atmosphere while it's being recorded about me. If you don't remember, Mocha was mad because we all picked the Dolphins.
You know what? After I said it, I remembered it.
And you gonna go out
Me
there
and you
on
both
live
picked the
TV,
Dolphins.
live radio, and you ain't gonna say that I took the Bills.
Hey.
What? Bro, what are
See
you
what
talking
happened,
about,
DJ?
What's good?
See
what's
what
good?
Now, what's
did you
going
pick?
on, homie?
What's good? Now, did you pick Seattle?
I think I did pick Seattle.
No. Now, what was the third pick you said, Bo?
He also picked the Giants to win.
I did pick the Giants, and so did you.
I did not pick the Giants to win. I picked Dallas to win.
Yes, you did.
No, the hell I did not.
No, the only.
Hold on. The show is turning into something that is not supposed to turn into.
And Jungle Bucket.
No, I did not pick the Giants, bro. I picked Dallas. I've been rolling. Remember,
you might not have bet on that. You might not have bet on the Giants. But this tape.
I didn't pick the Giants. Remember, I picked Dallas along with D Greatest, bro. I was the only one that picked Dallas.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
And I said that Dallas was going to beat them. I think I may have had it like 20-17 was the score that I had predicted.
Yeah, I don't remember that far.
Yo,
so in other words, Mo trying to say he had a pretty good week. You know what I'm saying? Last week. And you know what I'm saying? Like, your week was as good as he is. So, that's what Mo trying to say.
Hey,
that's exactly what he's trying to say.
Watch this. Watch this.
We need to win, so we need to start keeping track of it and keep the score. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can have a good week. You know what I mean? But can you consistently call? You know
exactly.
Because you can have a bad week. I know you know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? You gonna school me on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you just had a bad week this time, man, it's okay.
I'm putting my picks on wax, and crazy enough, I don't know how this actually happened. Ladies and gentlemen, I got all of my co-hosts from each show. I got one co-host from every show that I'm on the line right now. Welcome in. Pasadena is on the line with us as well, ladies and gentlemen. Paz, what up?
What's up, family? How you feeling?
Hey, what's good, man?
So, Paz, I'm assuming you wanted to jump in on this football conversation as well before we wrap it up. So, speak your piece, sir. Matter of fact, you're a Raiders fan. I don't know if we're going to let you say anything today.
Ooh. Oh, shot fired.
Ooh, okay. All right. Classic saying, holler at me when you get a championship in that championship case.
Championship? Playoffs?
Playoffs? You gotta I guess that's y'all's championship is playoffs. We actually go to the Super Bowls. Whether past or future it is a franchise, so
Bold words from a man's team that don't have more wins than the Falcons.
That's true.
Bold words from a man's team that got rid of like 5 number 1 picks over the course of the last year. So y'all went through this whole mediocre sucking phase as Raider fans to get all these number 1 picks, and then they not pan out.
Mo, like you told me, let them talk.
Okay, matter of fact, go ahead, Pass. Say what you got to say. Say what you got to say.
Because you got all the computer stuff over there making it sound good when you talking shit. No, let them talk.
No, my computers are straight. Computers ain't got nothing to do with football.
Nah, he's talking about my sound effects.
I'm talking about his stuff.
Oh, your sound effects? My bad.
Let Pass talk. Come on, brother. Let me hear you.
Come on, what you got?
You're good. I said my piece. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell Falcons fans and Braves fans, and the Braves actually proved themselves. The Dodgers finally let them get a championship. It's fine. But I get, bro, please just be quiet until y'all actually win one. And you right to talk about it until then. Once you get one, Georgia won one, you got it. All right, finally. Other than that, we still wait on the Falcons.
Hey, man, you throwing some shots at my team.
We're gonna be quiet. We're gonna let them wait.
Hey, when was the last time the Raiders won a championship?
You said what?
When was the last time the Raiders won a championship? Dum 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 dum. Yeah, we can hear you. I think you needed a moment. When was the last time?
No. My headphones came off. All right, I'm back on.
When was the last time the Raiders won a championship?
Oh, it was in the 80s. I ain't gonna lie.
It was in the 80s.
It was in the 80s.
What the hell are we really talking about right now?
Well, hey.
Wait. I got a question. When the last time the Falcons won a championship? I'll wait.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
You know what? Eagles fans, shut the hell up, okay? All right.
And they won their last one. They won their last one in the 90s. They won their last one in the 90s. Was it the 90s?
Who, the Raiders?
No, we just
the Eagles just won one.
Yeah, Eagles just won about 4-5 years ago.
Oh shit, they did.
Yeah, we won in 2018.
That's right. Okay. Oh damn.
So,
yeah, that was
and the way Hurts, since y'all love y'all black quarterbacks, we gotta give Hurts a clap right now. He needs some clap.
Hey, as Microwave said it before, you got to put that MVP bound in front of Jalen Hurts' name these days.
Yes, sir. That's true. He's doing his damn thing so far. Eagles looking pretty good.
I feel like Jalen Hurts is like a championship fighter. Like right now, as of right now, he was being called to the carpet and he answering the bell, and he coming out like on a mission. He about to get himself a contract.
Yeah, the way he
what black quarterback we talked about sitting today, Mo? We talked about sitting a black quarterback today. I thought we talked about keeping Brissett there. You know what I'm saying? With according to his record.
Oh no, you was talking about if depending on the Cowboys, they might sit Dak Prescott.
I wasn't in there for that.
It was Melvin. It was Melvin. It was Melvin. It wasn't you. It was Melvin.
I wasn't in that conversation, sir. So that's all. I just wanted to clear that up. That's it.
Yo, let me ask y'all too. That's on the line with me because I know y'all football gurus as well. Before we gonna change up the topic, take a break and change up the topic. But let me ask y'all about the question I asked. So, in regards to the Browns, with Jacoby Brissett playing well right now, if they were 8-4 going into week 13, do you bench Brissett and start Watson, or do you let Brissett continue to run the team?
Both of them are black quarterbacks, by the way. Just in case anybody don't know that.
Correct.
So I'm just saying, so you can't. Go ahead. They don't know what to do with it.
You go, BJ.
If Brissett is doing well at 8-4, week 13, bro, you leave Brissett in because you mess up the chemistry that they've created amongst themselves over all this time. Now, Brissett balls out in a game, and you let Watson come in and you let him get some rest at the end of the game, especially when they got the game in hand. They don't have to worry about nothing, and just see how he's moving. That's how you evaluate going into next year. But yeah, if Brissett has carried them this far, let him do his thing. Man. He got him that far for a reason. So
Microwave,
baller, though, like people kind of forget about that.
I'll say, Microwave, what you think? Because I think you got a different train of thought on this.
Absolutely. I'm putting Deshaun Watson in because I don't believe Jacoby Brissett can win me a Super Bowl. If I believed that Jacoby Brissett could win me a Super Bowl, I would have never traded heaven and earth to get Deshaun Watson and then paid him, a couple galaxies. So with that being said, if we're 8-4, I believe it's the team around us that got us to 8-4, not necessarily Jacoby Brissett. And what he did was just not mess it up. I saw Baker Mayfield take almost the same team to a playoff and win a playoff game. So, yeah, I don't necessarily think Jacoby Brissett's going to win me a Super Bowl. So if we're 8-4, we can afford maybe to come in and take 2 losses, get to 8-6, get Deshaun Watson's leg back under him, and then, win a few games in a row, closing out the season and get hot in December, moving into the playoffs. So that's what I would do.
While I do understand that sentiment, you got to remember that those 2 games are divisional opponents that they're hitting right then. And so that could be, when it comes to those tiebreakers, that could be a real iffy thing. So that's one thing to consider. The timing of him coming back is very important.
That's a good point.
I agree.
But do you think Jacoby Brissett is going to beat Lamar Jackson and the Ravens?
I mean, he's got to get 1-1. I mean, if the scenario is anywhere close, whether they're 9-3, 8-4, 7-5, anywhere between there, I think that's a large enough span. So in other words, they're in a good chance to make the playoffs. I do think, in my opinion, that I would keep him and let him run his course. I do agree with your point because he was with the Colts, and that was what I used to say a lot too. Like he can't take us to a Super Bowl though. But however, look what happened with us afterwards. We still ain't found a person to take us to the Super Bowl. So it's a mixed sword. I get it.
Yeah, you got a good point. And another point I guess to compound your point. Well, just think of you could play it in a way where, I mean, we've seen Jacoby Brissett most times that he's been the starter. He normally goes down with injury. So if you're playing that well, okay, you might give him an extra game. If he goes down, okay, now we got to put Watson in. He just gets his job back. But I do understand the camaraderie that can be built when the team is rolling hot. We've seen it happen with Dak Prescott. We saw it happen with Nick Foles, and it really does make a difference in the locker room. But I know how these organizations think, and I know organizations, they're billionaires and they're millionaires working for them. They don't like to be proven wrong. And when they move heaven and earth to go get somebody, they're going to put that person in there because I got to justify the money that I paid you. I got to justify the arrows that I took for trading for you and then rewarding you with a contract. And now all of these women are mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to justify that. And the best way to do that is to win. However, if he goes out there and loses, the people who are mad at him, they'll feel happy for a while. I feel like he's getting his comeuppance and stuff. But, I mean, I understand you do run the risk of wrecking the locker room. If you feel like if we 8-4, you put him in the game, we lose 4 straight, man, we just blew our playoff chances and we were doing good. So, I mean, it's kind of 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other.
Yep. Microwave. Yep. Before we switch up topics again, let me say, let the people know what you got coming up today at 5.
Hey, man, now that the show is only 2 hours, we don't really get to do a whole lot of breakdown. So we got Sister Nancy Awards. We got the Jimmies. Those are people who were balling. So we got that coming on at 5 o'clock. We're going to recap a couple of games leading into Mo Fish and Grits.
Word pass. You gonna be on tonight for It's a Long Story?
Yeah, I'll be there. No problem.
Any topic in particular? As y'all know, It's a Long Story. We kind of sort of off the cuff. Anything in particular that you want to touch on tonight?
I mean, I'll think about it during the day. I am going to pick on Capone though, because just the statement that Microwave made. You paying all this money to have things set in place, and it makes sense when you win. But why aren't the New York Giants hiring black quarterbacks? Because clearly the people with the money have been proven wrong all these years. And so they need to start thinking outside the box.
Hey man, you could get back into the chat room. You could preach to Jungle Brother about his team that he supports so much that they never started a season with a black quarterback, but that's your team.
Dude, they against that, man. You know that they are totally against it because the one black quarterback that they actually had and they actually started, the coach got fired for starting him over Eli Manning.
With Geno?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
The one time a black quarterback, the one game a black quarterback started for that franchise, the coach got fired.
The one time y'all had a chance, basically, to set the record straight, you let the whole team down. Hey, Jungle. Now I understand why you be so mad and pissed off. Hey, you know what? You have an option, bro. Change teams. Just change teams, man. Hey, I don't know if y'all went and checked it out. Make sure y'all go check out the 30-minute pop-up show from last night. Jungle Brother, you can hear his entire rant about how bad they offensive line sucks from the right-hand side, how unaware the quarterback is of the pressure coming from the right-hand side. And, he did a lot of bragging on their coaching staff, but the coach did not make an adjustment to get some right side protection. So, again, after y'all get y'all ass whooped by the Bears, I would love to hear another rant from you, Jungle Brother. Please, please, and thank you. Hey, fellas, we about to go ahead and take a commercial break. When we come back, we got to talk about little kids that want to be freaking cats. We got to talk about NASA exploding the asteroid, and apparently everybody is oblivious to it. We got the rant of the week, and y'all already know, EJ got to ban some damn words. Hey, what is wrong with y'all, man? It's okay for EJ to ban words. We got to ban. I got some words I want to freaking ban this week. So we'll be right back after this. Hey, appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Tune In, however the hell you might be tuned in.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all too much. Y'all so kind. So kind. But if y'all don't mind, the next selection we like to do for y'all is, Country Roads. Check me out. She told me not to be so cold, said a true OG, you let y'all motherfuckers know about some real pimpin'. And not just sitting on your lows, cause all your rims spinning. Don't make it down her country road, you got to get 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up now. Hit 'em up, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, yeah. Get 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up now. Hit 'em up, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, yeah. Get 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up now. Hit 'em up, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, yeah. Get your ass up, get your ass up. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, off I go and it's a heater. Rotten something swerving, consumption's conjured by the tweeter. This one here's a lesson, look like that I'm gon' play the teacher. Instant classic, I knew it when it blew the back speaker. Hater, ain't it, James it, rain it show no pains, man. That you're going far away and the light just ain't gon' bring me. Say I got this gift for gab and the game just ain't gon' change me. Say the writing's on the wall and that shit is written plainly. Got a fetish for divas, popping tags and blowing reefer. Hanging with my people, you gotta know it don't get no sweeter. How they supposed to keep up? One left nut talking about they bust. Take 2 steps back, stop fucking with us, cause I'd be dead wrong if I roughed you up. But she told me not to be so cold, said a true OG, let y'all motherfuckers know about some real pimpin'. And not just sitting on your lows, cause all your rims spinning. Don't make it down her country road, you got to get 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up now. Hit 'em up, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, yeah. Get 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up now. Hit 'em up, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, yeah. Get 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up now. Hit 'em up, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, yeah. Get your ass up, get your ass up. Fascinated with the story of Muskogee one. How many different ways we supposed to come? 3, 5, 4 from just might throw some. Take away your breath and expose your lungs. You can tell the way I stroll alone. The kid got the golden tongue, make 'em weak in the knees to the toes and numb. Baby lick shot with a mama's gun. Well, Papa got a brand new bag of tricks and mad clips, so aim for the sky. Grip tight, squeeze and fire. Black in the barrel, white in the eye. I pimp my pen, like Pippin. Kid don't want it, then have reach for the roof in the Holiday Inn. Then me feel good in my moccasin. Mama say, Mama sa, Mama ain't one spit it like moi. Slim pickin', sip, pimp, hurrah. Polish up your repertoire. Always bon voyage and au revoir. To your big ass crib and your nice ass car. Got 4 TVs with card and all. And a thick ass bra said no. Oh, she told me not to be so cold. Said a true OG, you let y'all motherfuckers know about some real pimpin'. And not just sitting on your lows, cause all your rims spinning. Don't make it down her country road, you got to get 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up now. Hit 'em up, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, yeah. Get 'em up, hit 'em up, get 'em up now. Hit 'em up, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, yeah. Get 'em up, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, hit 'em up. Get your ass up, get your ass up. She told me, what she say, don't be so cold. Said a true OG. Now what she say, let y'all motherfuckers know, let y'all motherfuckers know. You got to get 'em up, get 'em up, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, get 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 'em up. Get your ass up, get your ass up.
to the Country Road Show.
This is a podcast.
Yes, sir. It's grits, fool. It's grits. We good now, though. We good. We here. Nigga, we made it.
What did you do, little shoe?
They over here early drinking like an alcoholic. Hey, it's called pre-gaming around this joint. That's what we call it. Who's like the ugliest, most recognizable person that you know? Honestly, I'm leaning right now toward Dennis Rodman. Now, we're just wondering, so is Big L a hater, or does he get hated on? The people would like to know. Let's take a vote. I'm just wondering, how do you guys feel themselves? I think I know how it's gonna go.
Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy MoeCheeze, aka Grits, and this is Country Roads.
Yo, what up? Your boy MoeCheeze, aka Grits, we back. Me and EJ on the hot seat. Hey, we got a couple things that we want to get into. EJ, where you want to start out at, man? You want to start out in space, or you want to start out in Michigan?
Let's start out in space.
All right, so we starting out in space. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see here, man. Give y'all some news you can absolutely use. So for those that don't know, so there was an asteroid, or there is an asteroid, and NASA has sent NASA's DART. I'm assuming that's the name of the ship that went up. Basically has crashed into or slammed into the asteroid, and humanity's first test of planetary defense. Now, I'm not sure why this, and maybe I don't watch enough news, but I haven't heard enough people talking about this. So the impact occurred at 7:14 p.m., greeted by cheers from the mission team in Laurel, Maryland. The DART mission, or the Double Asteroid Redirection Test. That's what DART stands for, Double Asteroid Redirection Test, launched about 10 months ago. So obviously this is not something that's new if the DART launched 10 months ago. While the asteroid, and the name of the asteroid is Dimphoros, was not at risk of impacting the Earth, this demonstration could determine how to deflect space rocks that could pose a threat to the Earth in the future. This particular mission cost like 350.
25.
It was it 325? I thought it was 330 something, but $325 million to do. And again, in reading this part, because I had read some stuff prior to that was saying that it was actually on a collision course somewhat with Earth. I don't know if they're trying to downplay this now, or I guess leasing public craziness and motherfuckers, speculating. But so we literally have sent Bruce Willis up in space to explode an asteroid, bro, into smaller meteors. I'm wondering a few things. Number one, before they left, did they sing "Leaving on a Jet Plane"? I don't know if I'll be back again. So I'm wondering if they sung that.
So I thought it's an unmanned.
It is. I had to throw that in there.
Because I mean, that's a suicide mission, bro. Ain't nobody. Nah, bro. But so I think there's some things to consider here. First off, there's multiple theories about how the world could eventually end. Some are, climate change, humans, nuclear weapons, weapons of mass destruction. But one of the theories is asteroids. So, we've been preparing a lot for the last 20, 30 years for this eventuality through weapons defense systems that have now grown larger and now we're sending them out into space. So all those calculations that they have to do to be able to track the trajectory of something, now they can send it even further and further out. So they got the idea, hey, let's send it out. Let's try to hit one of these rocks, man, especially one that's potentially on the collision course. So what I want people to understand is the rock itself was the size of a football field. 500 and like you said, 520 feet or something like that. So that in itself is not big compared to a lot of them. That's a baby one. A lot of them end up getting broken in the atmosphere. We there's meteors that hit the Earth all the time, but most of them are that come into our atmosphere, but most of them are burned up. This is one that obviously wasn't going to be. So to me, this is real important. Because I do believe that it's a lot of shit out here that we don't know about. Caller. So,
my bad.
You good? I do believe there's a lot of things that we don't know about that we don't have privy to, and this is one of the things that I've seen in different whether it's books or different declassified documents through stuff, and it's like, man, this could possibly happen. So. I give kudos to them for, if this is true, actually accomplishing something. Now we know we can hit it. Now it's about, can we send something enough TNT or bombs or whatever to actually destroy whatever it is that eventually is going to come, or that can eventually come.
I guess the thing that I guess is striking to me is the lack of public consciousness in regards to this space mission. Maybe I'm downplaying or underestimating what people actually know or read, but I know when I put the post out, a lot of people didn't know what the hell this was. Had no earthly idea. Now I know with this particular one, I know I've said that they were going to explode it. Actually, so this particular asteroid is in a constellation of asteroids or like an asteroid field. And they felt like this was the quote unquote perfect opportunity, as EJ said, to see if they could actually move the asteroid and change its actual direction of path, which would give them, I guess, some test runs for in the event that there is an asteroid that is headed toward Earth. They would know how to actually deflect that thing. And it's a couple of things that make me question something, man. Okay, so 10 months ago is when the DART launched, which means they had to have known about this for how long? At least, a year and a half? Because if it launched 10 years, if it launched 10 months ago, it's not like they all of a sudden one day was like, hey, got this asteroid out here. Tomorrow we're gonna send up this DART mission and see if we can move it.
Even more than that, it's years and years of planning. You know what I'm saying? Before, you know what I'm saying? This idea has been in the making, years in advance. So you got to plan all the calculations. You got to, the building of the project, then to actually send it and the travel time for it to reach where it has to go. So yeah, this is the stuff that's been years in the making. But again, we always hear things at the end, and for obvious reasons. But I think there should always be more transparency when it comes down to stuff like this. But you're never going to get that.
See, this makes me think that when that movie was actually made, was that Armageddon?
Yeah, but that was 2001. That's early 2000s.
I'm just saying, it seems very weird how the screen takes to real life.
Oh yeah, art imitates life, man. They know stuff is happening, and they put it in movies and to tell us, to get us desensitized to certain things that's going to happen or that could potentially happen. That's my theory. I don't have proof of that, so but that's my theory.
Let me see. I'm gonna do a quick Google search. I'm wondering. I was trying to figure out when did NASA find out about this? And I'm not getting a direct answer from my quick search. I'll try to find it, but I'm just.
Oh no, that's gonna be a deep dive, brother, to find that information.
Right, they not gonna make that easy for me to obtain. But I'm wondering how long they've known about it, and when I find that answer, I'll let everybody know. All right, you had a topic. You had a topic that we got to get into, because when you called me and told me what the topic was, I was like, what?
Okay. Before we get into it, it has to be said that part of this is not true. Okay.
Right.
So there was a rumor that went out about there were kids who were identifying as cats. All right.
Or animals in general.
Yeah. And they said that they had changed the bathroom to fit the accommodations for those children, saying that they were identified. They put kitty litter boxes down, and that's where those kids were actually defecating at. So I was like, man, this can't be true. It can't be. Like, I know y'all just playing. You talking. Turns out it was a rumor that went out, and a politician. Because they were talking about the transgender bathrooms and stuff, he brought this up as an example, and he didn't have his facts straight. So what is going on is there are a couple of people in the United States that are identifying as animals, but there's a more prevalent case in Australia where it's been documented for years. She's been doing this. Now, there hasn't been any changes in the bathroom or things like that, but she does have a behavioral, kind of like an IEP for kids that have autism or ADHD. She does have it in her cumulative folder that she can be nonverbal. She can respond in purring noises and things like that. She's allowed to lick herself. She's allowed to walk on all fours. She even has modifications of clothing with tails and things like that. She can't do claws because that's a potential hazard. They're trying to keep it as non-hazardous as possible. So it's a lot of stuff going on today, man. And I just kind of wanted to see, man, with the chat room, how you felt about it, man. Like, if your kid comes to you and is like, I mean, literally just, I'm a cat. I think I'm a cat. I want to live as a cat. Dog, horse, whatever it is. You know what I mean? So I got some things that I would respond with. First and foremost, I believe people have the right to believe whatever that you want to. You know what I'm saying? You have the right to feel the way that you want to feel. Whatever you identify as is what you identify as. Let me put that disclaimer out. My child comes to me and says that we're going to ride this all the way. You know what I'm saying? Because if my child comes to me and says, I identify as let's say a horse, right? Well, guess what? You about to get rolled like a horse then. You know what I'm saying? We going to put stuff on your back. You going to get on all fours. You going to go from left to right. You going to go outside. You going to be out here galloping. You going to make me some money. You think you a horse? You going to eat grass. You don't eat ribs. Horses don't eat, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm going to make, so that little girl.
Did you say horses don't eat ribs, bro?
Yeah, they don't eat ribs. You at the barbecue, you ain't eating ribs. I'm just saying. That's my thing. So if you identifying as all that, you need to you need to watch out. Make sure you watch out, because if you doing it, okay, well, guess what? If you a cat, you know what? Your mama, she cooked them oxtails over there. You know what I'm saying? That's too close to what you are. You somewhere around there. So now we ain't gonna do that. You know what we got for you? We got this meow mix over here. You know what I'm saying? We got this the purina. That's what we got. So if you're willing to eat cat food, if you're willing to do all that, then we can discuss about you going to school and being a cat and all that stuff. But if you ain't really about that life, don't play like you about that life. Because we're going to make you go all the way through it. And after that, I think they might not necessarily want to be a cat. You're going to be out here digging in dumpsters. But see, the problem is some people, they treat their pets better than humans. So I don't know. If you're at the wrong household, that might be cool. Sit in the pillow, nice pillow all day, chill. Get your food handed to you. Some of them animals be eating better than us. They got only natural products and stuff. It ain't even So
all right, so now peep this. Now there's multiple different stories because I saw one from one school. Now I'm looking at a different one from Central Michigan, where there was a school board meeting, and what was the young lady's name? There was a parent that recorded this meeting. Where during the meeting agenda, she was told that there was a litter box in the bathroom, and the reason being, and let's say it the right way. So kids not necessarily wanting to be cats, but kids want to be freaking furries. Furries, y'all. No, definitely do that shit.
It's the same shit.
Right. So
because they're literally identifying us and they want to wear the actual almost like the mascot stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then they still emulate a character or some type of animal in the furry life most of the time. So
here's the crazy shit about it to furries. So I don't know about you, and you know what? You've been doing real good. I'm about to throw you off track now. You've been doing so good, man.
Man, come on, bro. Don't do this, man.
When I hear the word furries, there's a particular scene that shows up in my head, and it's adults dressing up in freaking costumes, having orgies. I'm just saying, when I hear furries, I think of grown adults humping on each other in panda suits, unicorn suits, Puff the Magic Dragon suits, cat outfits, and yeah, I think of an orgy when I hear furries.
So it's not always including that. But people in that lifestyle, they do emulate the character or the animal. It doesn't always. Some of them take that off for sex and stuff like that, but some keep it on. There are some that live a full life in it. Then there's some besides to like take a bath or something like that. And then there are others that only do it sporadically at parties in different places. So
I'm just wondering, are the Michigan parents up there, are the Michigan parents up there actually freaks and they walking around the house in furry outfits, and this is where these kids is getting this idea from, that I'm going to identify myself as a freaking animal. I'm gonna walk around with a dog outfit on and sniff booties. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be hunching panda.
Some of us do that anyway without the furries suit on, but it is what it is.
I think it's more acceptable when you're yourself and it's not.
What?
I'm sorry, Russ. I'm sorry.
Bro, what are you talking
Actually,
about?
I had a horrible vision of sniffing booties, which I've never done. But I watch Ridiculousness a lot, and I don't know, it was one episode of Ridiculousness. I swear it was a dude. I guess he was in an airport using the bathroom. Another Chinese dude walks up behind him while he pissing in the urinal and starts sniffing his booty. So even that
that's not what
questions.
That's not what I was talking about. You know what I was talking
Back
about.
to furries.
What?
Back to furries. Again, I'm just wondering if the parents walking around, and maybe exposing these kids to a little too much. I do feel like that is a issue. I'll speak indirectly about a situation. I know. How can I say this? Kids are way smarter. They see a lot more and they have more access to things these days. So, when they see their parents behaving in different ways, whether, it be parents having open relationships or, maybe one of the parents is having same-sex relationships, then, these things kind of rub off on the kids, and now the kids think it's okay. I can just speak in regards to the situation where I know somebody that's way too young to even be trying to decide whether or not they want to date boys or girls, and this is in regards to a little girl, but it's based off of what they see their parents do. You know what I'm saying? So they've been exposed to a little too much, and now it's once that exposure happened, it's kind of hard to reel it back in. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's, hey, I see my mama doing this with such and such, and my daddy is okay with it, so why I can't do it? You know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering where this whole damn. I know kids got imaginations, but to actually want to identify as a damn cat, like, where are we at in a society? It speaks a lot to. I know we ain't got no cat, people acting like cats on commercials, but I think society has become a little too lenient in regards to what we put out for viewership. Whereas for us to find, let's just say, well, I don't know, you're a little bit younger than me. For me to find porn when I was 8, 9, porn for me at 8, 9 was turning on the TV at 12:30 after all the stations have gone out, and you find that one station that keeps blinking in and out, blinking in and out.
And you take the little dog.
Exactly.
With the FCC interference regulations that they have, because I looked that shit up. Everything has to be able to take interference. So if you stick that piece of metal in it, it can cause interference. Sometimes it make it show up a little bit better. You
Right.
know
You know what I'm saying? You get that soft porn in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? And your mama walk in on you. You still got that TV on? Oh, I'm sorry, mama. I was going to sleep. All she see it. You hoping she walk in and see static. She don't get that clear picture that pop in on your ass real quick randomly. But I just feel like kids nowadays, they got access too much. They walk around with phones. Hell, they can pull up Pornhub on their phone if they want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't hard. Hell, between YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, hell, you can go on there and see some ass if you want to. Just depending on what they blocking today.
Close enough.
First time I heard of furries was on an episode of CSI Las Vegas. I remember that episode. Somebody got killed on that, and said, "G, correct me if I'm wrong." I think it was a furry party and somebody got killed. One of the furry people got killed, and that was like the CSI. That was the whole thing behind it. I think the first time I heard of furries, man, I might have been watching one of them HBO real sex shows.
Yes, sir.
I think it definitely was a real sex show, and they had like a furry orgy situation going on.
That's why you always associated with those. See, that's why.
Exactly.
See, yeah.
So when I hear furry, I think orgies.
Well, when I first heard it back then, but when I got in, knowing the people, I started learning the people because of the cons and stuff I used to go to, so for the past decade, I've been around a lot of them and see them and how they move and stuff like that. So I know it's more than just a sexual thing, you know what I mean? But it's more than that, brother. But anyway.
Tila told me I had Cinemax, didn't have static TV. That's because your ass was nasty. It's just nasty. Mocha Bella said kilt. I don't know exactly what kilt is. I do wonder how it would be to have on a big ass panda head and you can make all the noise and all, you can make all your facial expressions, but it's hidden by the big ass panda head. So
same thing like them. Hold on, you don't watch like Gibby the Clown? You ain't never seen that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the same thing.
What damn, well, we talking about cats. What was the nasty ass, was it Felix the cat? I think it was Felix the cat.
He was nasty.
I think Felix the cat used to do some nasty shit.
Oh,
I think.
I don't know about that one, bro. I don't know, man. I can't pull that one up out the top. You should let me know who's gonna go this way.
Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, but so yeah, that I think we need to pay attention, obviously, to what they have. Like my personally, my kids didn't even know stuff that we did until like maybe the last year, and now they're in middle school and stuff like that. Because anytime we ever had a party, anytime we ever had people over, they was always sent to grandma's house. They was always sent to, you know what I'm saying, a friend house or something like that. Like that's not their business. And I think that a lot of times we do get kids unintentionally maybe involved in grown folks' business because they're listening. They're hearing, you get loud when you drinking and you partying and stuff like that. Just because they in their room, so they hearing all this, all the jokes, all the nasty jokes, all the stuff you're saying, that all the music you playing or whatever, they're hearing all of this. And sometimes, no judgment to anybody, but that's just something you might want to think about, especially when we turn around and be like, no, no, no. I get it. Sometimes we want to do the whole do as I say, but kids emulate what they see.
Right.
We did too. We wanted to be Mike. We wanted to be, AI. We wanted to be, you remember the people like the MoeCheeze on TV and stuff like that. We was into, at a certain time. You watch that type of stuff or before her, TV. They don't get their parenting as much from their parents as much as they get it from other sources. They get it from older friends. They get it from TV. They get it from school. We can say all of what we want to say, but at least the part that we do, I've tried to keep them sheltered as much, but now it's too much now. I'm not saying I've given up, but I just understand they're getting older and some shit you got to be amenable to. But that's a whole different story. That's a parenting kind of thing. I ain't really trying to get too deep in that, but I feel you, my brother.
Hey, let me just ask you about this real quick. So, and then we'll get into the rant of the week, and we'll get into or the rant of the week, what pissed EJ off, and we'll get into the banned word. Did you hear anything in regards to the African leader who stood up and demanded that Britain issue a formal apology to Africa in regards to slavery?
So, read an article. I'm not familiar with it. Educate me, brother.
All right. So, the man, I don't want to kill his name, Tuyen Agbatu. Basically during the funeral for Queen Elizabeth, he stood up and demanded that Britain issue a formal apology for its part in slavery. And to be honest with y'all, what's funny, it's not funny, haha, but what's interesting about this, as far as England goes, a lot of people don't realize how much they had to do with slavery, even though they were the first country to sign a document that basically, they didn't abolish slavery. They abolished the transport of Africans or the transport of slaves from Africa, which I guess if you want to say that was the beginning to the end, if you want to get them motherfuckers that kind of credit, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But if you're not abolishing slavery, if you're not turning your head to slavery as a whole, like just to say, hey, don't take no more niggas from the continent.
Exactly. That's all that meant. Don't bring no new niggas over here.
You know what I'm saying? Don't bring no new ones. We got enough. We can breed them, so we don't need no more. But he literally during the funeral, he stood up and demanded that Britain issue a formal apology in regards to his role in slavery, and I think he's perfect dead timing. On. Exactly, perfect fucking timing. Perfect timing. All right, so here's the thing. However, the video was not filmed during the Queen's funeral service on September 19th. It was actually captured in 2007 and shows back to interrupt an event held to mark the 200th anniversary of the abolition of the slave trade. So this did not actually happen. Like the way it was, the way it was put out, it happened directly at the funeral, and no, it did. But your thoughts in regards to the British Parliament issuing a formal apology to their role in the slave trade? Would it actually mean any damn thing? Is it needed? Like, what are your thoughts?
All right, so first thoughts right off the bat, apologies are always cool. You know what I'm saying? When, as a man, if you make a mistake or you do something, always apologize. You know what I'm saying? Now, will that change how somebody feels? Will it change all of the hurt and the pain that you caused? No, it won't. So you got to remember that. So an apology is good. Thank you for the apology. Thank you for saying that you shouldn't have snatched my ancestors and, sent them over there in ships where half of them died anyway, before they even got there. Okay, cool. Thank you for all of that. Now, is it going to come with some money behind it? Is it going to come with some paychecks to some of us? Most of us, all of us? Is it going to come with any type of monetary compensation? Is there going to be a conscious effort to change the racism and the things that are going on still in your country as well as others? Will you stand up? Will you help push that forward? If you're not going to do all that, your apology means shit.
Right.
It's about moving forward now. It's not fuck an apology. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, an apology, cool. But the apology didn't piss in my face. The apology didn't do the bad thing. So I need you to push forward and make change, make successful, lasting change.
Hell, your apology didn't massacre thousands and thousands of slaves. And when I say massacre, that could be from your ship. Your ship got stuck on a sand barge and was too heavy, so you needed to get rid of some weight. Instead of throwing cannons off board that weigh far more than a person would weigh, instead of throwing some of your cannon balls off board, you unloaded slaves and you threw them into the sea. You didn't let them go free. You didn't say, hey, look, the ship's too heavy. We stuck on a barge. We gotta get rid of some of this weight. We gonna let y'all go. If you make it to the land, you make it to the land. No, we just gonna throw you in the ocean, shackled to one another, making it damn near impossible for you to be able to swim and survive. That's what we gonna do. Or, you know what? Our ship got stuck on a barge, and instead of all of us evacuating this ship, what we're gonna do is we're going to actually, quote unquote, batten down the hatches. Meaning, so the hatches to the ship is where you see, I know where you see the cage, basically. We're gonna cover this cage up with wood so that we know the bottom of this ship is gonna fill up and all the slaves are gonna drown. But because we batten it down, it's not going to sink the entire boat. In the morning, we gonna go down and we gonna throw these slaves out and we can see if we can fix this shit. Like, bro, it was so much inhumane shit that was done. And I mentioned those things. I wanted to give a shout out, which I had never seen this series. Shout out to Samuel L. Jackson for Enslaved, which is a documentary. You could catch that documentary. I want to say it's on either Epic or one of the other channels. I'll see if I can find out exactly how you can watch it. And actually, let's see, it's on the Peacock network, I know. Or you can watch it online. If you haven't, I'll give you a quick, have you seen it, EJ?
No.
Quick premise of it. So Samuel Jackson did DNA testing to find out exactly where his people were from. So he found out that his people are actually traced back to a small village in Africa. He goes over, is introduced to the society, and is basically, I don't want to say initiated in, but they initiate him in, walk him through all of the steps in regards to being, and it's on Epic. They introduce him to society, but in doing so, like, he goes through all of these different narratives. They find different slave ships that have been sunken. They found different people that actually assisted with the Underground Railroad, white people, black people. So they were able to trace back some of these people that helped. I know there was one story about a family, I think of 7. This family of 7 had basically they had escaped slavery, and then they were recaptured by like some bounty hunters. They were taken to court, and the judge in this particular case, I wish I had the information directly in front of me. Judge in this particular case ruled that it was unjust for the slaves to be held because these bounty hunters, they didn't have any paperwork showing that this family of 7 were actually slaves. They didn't have any slave paperwork. They was just black, and boom, they was just going to try to make them slaves and recapture them. So the judge ruled that they should be set free. And apparently there were a group of people that was working together in this particular city. So you had a judge, you had a sea captain, you had somebody else that basically helped these people literally. Like, they got escorted out of the courtroom, escorted to a ship, and the ship took the hell off before the slave people could come behind them to try to recapture them. And there's evidence that shows that this slave ship actually took them to Canada, etc. But it's just like some of the stories that are on there are amazing. The Greatest just jumped in as well. Please watch it. Me and A-Trap and Shelly Q did a review a couple years ago in regards to it. Like, the show is dope. It's one of those shows, much like I try to do on this show, we try to do, hey, we want to inspire you. We want to give you some information that you didn't know. We want to piss you off, and we want to make you happy. So I think it does a good job in doing all of the above. You see off rip, like everybody that's white ain't fucked up, and everybody that's black ain't righteous. You know what I'm saying? They talk about how in Africa there wasn't necessarily, they don't call it slavery. They didn't call it slavery, but you had unfree people. You know what I'm saying? So they could have been captured during war, or for whatever reason. It may be somebody that owed money in the family, and now this person is unfree because of a debt. But it talks about how even in Africa, there was a system, a class system that was set up, number one. Number two, even the unfree people had a way of reintegrating themselves into society by either marrying into the family that they quote unquote worked for, or by working off the wages. Technically it's slavery, but it's a class system. And I think class systems have always been in place. Like, there was always somebody that was going to be a leader, and there was always somebody that was going to be on the bottom because of whatever skills they had or didn't have, and then you were going to have your group of people that was in the middle. So it just gave a nice breakdown of it. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it, definitely go check it out. Hey, we gonna get into the hot seat, bro. I'm gonna let you get your rant off. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, let's get the rant of the week, and let's get the band word of the week. All right. Yo, you listen to Country Roads EXP and the hot seat with your boy EJ, Miss Controversy, and MoeCheeze, aka Grits. We will be right back in 2 seconds.
Wow, you have so much music. What are you listening to?
Sound booth, this mic cock, this zinc pen, and them lights out. Been riding around about 6 weeks with these sick beats for this hip hop. That past life in my rear view, this life of mine I done been through. Got war scars and I wrote bars, and I can tell you all I done lived through. They rolling up and he smoking pipes. He locked up and I wrote kites. He folding up, I said hold tight. But them dark days and them cold nights, that fleshed out with that old me. I felt pain, but I know peace, cause I found God in that cold cell with them OGs and them cold sheets. He told me that he kept me all the times that he let me. Walk around with these fake smiles on my face, knowing he blessed me, but he tested me. I'm a changed man, equipped me for this game plan, and I overdose with that Holy Ghost. And my team promoting that name brand. He hold me up when I can't stand. He pulled me out of that quicksand, and I'm thanking him for them yesterdays, cause that set the stage for this change, man. I've been there, done that, fell flat, but I bounced back. Like them living legends that live to tell it. My adversary won't like that. Been there, done that, been there, done that, been there, done that. No, never wanna go back. Been there, done that, been there, done that. Tell them that we run rap and no, never wanna go back. Been there, done that, been there, done that, been there, done that. No, never wanna go back. Been there, done that, been there, done that. Tell them that we run rap and no, never wanna go back. Keys opens doors. How many you wanna go open? Ride around in my side of town, open up with he closing. Have you ever seen me focus? Have you ever seen me broken? Have you ever seen me moping? Probably, but I'm growing. Facilitate with that untapped power to go run rap. Nails all in my pathway, but don't worry though, cause I'm run flats. Genesis, don't look back. My energy is on my enemies. That's just yesterday with no impact. Speakers in my trunk, bumping gospel in the trap. Got the product and it's obvious that they keep coming back. But they terrified of changes, but that's normal in the flesh. I'm entrusted with a talent, so what else do you expect? I can complicate the conversation, dish your intellect. But I've been me without Christ, no need to express. What's a million when you broke? Coach class to a jet. Waiting no man's potential right now is God's best. You want it? Been there, done that, been there, done that. No, never wanna go back. Been there, done that, been there, done that. Tell them that we run rap and no, never wanna go back. Been there, done that, been there, done that, been there, done that. No, never wanna go back. Been there, done that, been there, done that. Tell them that we run rap and no, never wanna go back. Yeah.
This is Mocha Bella, and you're tuned into the X Squad Radio Network, where we're changing listening habits 24/7.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Lilo Jones, aka International Lilo, ATL's most interesting Negro, and you listen to X Squad Radio. You dig?
Hey, X Squad, I got one more question, man. Man, y'all gonna pay me for this? It's time!
Yo, what up? It's your boy MoeCheeze, aka Grits, broadcast live from the Country Roads Diner, the Country Roads Experience with EJ Thomas in the hot seat. Hey, we got to go ahead and get into it. We got 20 minutes left into the show, so let's get it broke down. What's pissing EJ off?
I'm gonna combine the two today, man. What I'm pissed off is basically what I want to ban today. I want to ban bad customer service, man. I want to ban that in general. That's what we're gonna ban today, y'all.
Banning bad customer service.
Yes, that's what we're gonna ban today.
All right, do explain. It's at 12 o'clock. I'm gonna have me a libation. Do explain.
All right, so first off, let me start off from the perspective of, as a small business, you have a lot that you have to go through. You know, you're trying to put things together. You're trying to make ends meet. You know, it's not a 9 to 5. You probably working 60 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? Doing what you got to do. I'm an entrepreneur myself. I get it. I understand. No problem. But we need to start focusing more on the customer service part instead of just the quality of the product. The quality of the product is not the only thing that matters. The reason why, if you don't like them, you don't like them, but I'm going to say it. The reason why Chick-fil-A is where they're at now, it's not because that chicken is that damn good.
It's not.
I don't know, man. Chicken is pretty damn good.
It's okay. But there's comparable chicken around. Yes or no?
There's comparable chicken.
Okay. So if there's comparable chicken, then that means that you could potentially go somewhere else. A lot
Yep.
of the reason why we don't, that customer service is great. Every time you go there, you get a super smile in your face. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if they 18 to 45. They make sure you got all your sauces. They make sure you got everything that you need. I think I maybe had one problem with my order going to Chick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? The last 30 times I've been to Chick-fil-A. One time. And they immediately was like, sorry, sir. You know, that ain't going to happen again. Gave me an extra fry for the issue.
I don't say the only issue I ever have at Chick-fil-A, I have to check and make sure they put cheese on my damn number one.
Okay. Because you're supposed to ask for it because it doesn't come with that. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm saying that because my point is a lot of times small businesses, bigger businesses have the money to put in their human resources department and to give classes on that part. So some small businesses, obviously, you don't have the money to go and give classes and send everybody to these type of classes when you hire people to work for you, or if you're doing it yourself. You have to realize that we understand that you have spent a lot of time and a lot of money in what you're doing. But again, this is another part of a business. And that word of mouth can go a long way into getting you more business. So, yes, you can have a quality product. My wife runs into this a lot. There's people here that are hair braiders. She loves to have her hair braided. My girls love to have their hair braided. The people who they go to the most are the people that have the best customer service, not necessarily are the greatest braiders. Because it seems like the best of the best braiders, they have horrible customer service. They don't honor the time of that, their appointment schedules. They just fit you in whenever you
They
wait.
big time you. They big time you.
Exactly. You waiting 2 hours past your appointment to even get started. Now, we all know when you get your hair braided, that can go anywhere from 2 to 6 hours, according to what type of hair that you get. Yeah, there might be some quicker appointments for like 2 braids or whatever, but that's getting super detailed into it. So that was one issue that we was running into this week. And we tried to explain to the person, like, look, like, let's work this out. If we have an appointment that starts at 2:00, we have things to do. So we would like it to start in a general time. You can't start at 4:00 and get your hair done.
Right.
And then you expect, that's not
2:15, 2:15, 2:30 at the latest.
Yeah, then you want deposits so people can't leave. So that's what's been going on. They're charging deposits because they know they're gonna be late, and then it's like you're not gonna get your deposit back if you leave. Now we're not playing that game no more. We not. I had a situation where I made a verbal agreement with someone to provide them people, to provide the business people. All right. I talked to them. What do you need? You tell me the qualifications of what you need, I can get them to you. I'm playing the middleman. Knowing I was playing the middleman, I'm an independent contractor in this situation. I don't work for you. I'm doing this service. You provide me money for this service. Didn't write up a contract, and that's my fault. So I'm acknowledging that. However, I also believe in handshake agreements and honoring your word. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And if I can't, I'm going to provide compensation. I'm going to tell you I can't. And if it's something that hurts you, most likely I'm going to provide compensation for that at the first opportunity. Now, I was supposed to get $300 a head for each person that I sent. Okay? I've received $0 from multiple people that I have sent. 0. So I talked to the person that was like, hey, what's going on? Well, I'm having some problems with some of the people that you sent, and these 2 in particular, they had issues and yada yada. I said, wait, okay. They were vetted, and I made sure that the qualifications that you asked were, did they have a degree in what you wanted it to be? Yes. Can they do the job? Are they physically able to carry all that type of stuff that be in the little small fine print? I made sure. So I did my job, and I gave it, and I and I gave it, to you. So when you get in that situation, you as the person who is kind of like their human resources department and customer service department, the way that she could have handled it was, let me talk to my superiors. We having some issues, yada yada. She went straight on the negative route, defensive route. You ain't about to get no money. I don't know who you think you are, and all this type of stuff, and blah, blah, blah. I never said that amount, just all these type of lies and stuff. And I'm like, okay, all right, I see how this is going to go. So you guys are going to end up spending more money with these lawyer fees that you're going to have to do than it would have costed to pay me the money that I did. Because there are plenty of situations that you don't have to have a contract when you're entering good faith negotiations, which I have on text, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. So I can show, all of this, and you got to keep receipts. But comment Cedric says bad customer service will make me not come back to your business or use your services. But he does feel that Chick-fil-A is overrated. We cool, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say, I mean,
I respect that.
He's not necessarily wrong. I'm not gonna say Chick-fil-A is overrated, but as you just said, customer service is a lot. I would much rather, number one, if I see the line at Chick-fil-A is long and the line at Popeyes is long, I know that the line at Chick-fil-A is gonna move way faster than the line at Popeyes. Number one. Number two, I'm not going to get an attitude from people at Chick-fil-A, whereas people at Popeyes, unfortunately, act like they don't want to fucking be at work. And I know my food from Chick-fil-A is, for the most part, going to be piping hot when I get it, versus Popeyes might give me a sandwich that's been sitting in the damn warmer for an hour. And if we just talking chicken sandwiches. Now, don't get me wrong. Popeyes is my go-to spot to go get some chicken, but it's not my go-to spot to go get a chicken sandwich.
Now, because Popeyes is your favorite flavor of chicken, right? For lack of a better type of chicken, right? If the customer service was even, you would be more inclined to go to Popeyes, correct?
Right.
If the lines were even and all of that. But because of the customer service and all the extras that you get, that gives Chick-fil-A the advantage, correct?
Yep. Chick-fil-A gonna ask me what condiments I want. They gonna make sure I got napkins in my bag. I ain't got to ask for a straw with my drink. Like they gonna make sure all this shit is there.
So that's the analogy with smaller businesses. There's 20, 30 people that do hair. You know what I'm saying? You have to do something to stand out. When you do podcasting, you have to do something to stand out. Whatever that you're doing, whatever business that you have, if you're a t-shirt printer, you know what I'm saying? If you do custom logos, whatever it is, you have to do something that differentiates you from the next person. And you can do that with multiple things. Price, customer service, quality of product are the main three things.
Mm-hmm.
So, and location matters, but I'm talking about what you can definitively, almost on an everyday chain, can affect. That's your prices, that's your customer service, how they relate to you, and I forgot what I just said, but price, customer service, and quality of product. Those are the main three things you can change on an everyday basis. You can always change your price. You can always decide to give better or worse customer service, and you can always, you might have a half-ass day with whatever that you're doing. And so we got to understand that that word of mouth goes a super long way. Social media now it's still a form of word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's just instead of orally, we're typing it. And now you're reaching more and more people. So those reviews and stuff, there are a lot of people that watch reviews. And people don't understand. Getting a couple of 1 stars can affect your business a lot.
Right.
Especially when it comes with a review and it's detailed and you like, man, they ain't lying about all of that. I've literally not went to certain places, whether it's to eat or whatever, because I saw stuff like that. So I just want to put that out there, man. Look, we got to ban bad customer service, man. We got to put more effort into what it is that we're doing, man. And just having a quality product doesn't mean that you can get past with that bullshit.
real quick from the chat room, and I thought the storm had passed. Mocha Bella's checking in. She said, "Please pray for us in Florida. This weather is serious right now." Mocha Bella, which is the queen of Egg Squad, and also Kurt. That's on It's a Long Story. They're both around the same area right now. So as soon as the show ends, I'll call and check in on Kurt. I know we spoke yesterday. And he was kind of sort of hunkered down for it. So I got to make sure I call. If y'all got family, friends in Florida, definitely near the coast, make sure you call and check on them. EJ, what are you banning this week, though?
But yeah, I was banning customer service, and then I want to.
You can't, hold on. You can't ban customer service.
Ban customer service.
You cannot ban customer service, bruh.
Ban customer service. We banning it.
So what we going to get instead of customer service? Personal experiences?
We're gonna get good customer service. We're gonna go to the places. We banning all the places that don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? We ban them. We going somewhere else. Exactly.
So how you going? So you gonna ban customer service, but go get good customer service?
We're gonna ban bad customer service.
Okay, all right. I want to clear that up. All right, so we banning bad customer service.
Yes, sir.
Watch this. I'm gonna do you a favor and piss everybody off. I want to ban the term black quarterback.
Well, if we're gonna go that right, I also want to ban worrying about where another nigga dick is.
Wait a minute. The reason I say I want to ban the word black quarterback or the term black quarterback is because he's a quarterback.
Yep.
I don't know in any other profession. They don't say black point guard. They don't say black shooting guard. They don't say black small forward, black power forward. Matter of fact, they don't say black cornerback. They don't say.
They say white cornerback though.
They definitely do say white cornerbacks because those motherfuckers are unicorns. Black corner, white cornerbacks and white safeties should definitely. White running backs is the term.
They say white running back too.
Yeah, those don't really happen. Mike Wade said black quarterback ain't a damn term, bro. Yes, it is, man. It gets used all the time. I think we should. It's a quarterback position.
Y'all are saying the same thing.
Yeah,
but you're saying to ban it. He's saying that.
Yeah, we just didn't use the terminology black quarterback. I feel like even though we want to uplift our brothers and our sisters, the term black quarterback is actually demeaning. You know what I'm saying? Like it's actually a step backwards because we put our own people in a box when we say that shit. So that's the reason I want to ban black quarterback. Yeah, you got white running backs though. You got white running backs.
I'm with you. So can we ban worrying about where another nigga dick at?
I don't think anybody should be worried about where another nigga dick at.
So then why we worry about old buddy in the situation y'all talked about earlier?
Well, we not worried. Wait. We not worried about. We not worried about where his dick is. We not worried about where his dick is. Nope. There's a difference.
If we wasn't, it would not be a topic.
We're not worried about where his dick is. We are worried about, well, we're not even worried. We're concerned and actually a little bit shocked and appalled about the punishment that he is receiving for a transgression where you have
punishment that shouldn't happen.
Right, where you have owners that are blatantly racist
and mad because his bitch got stuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like this, it shouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not concerned about what he did in his personal affairs. What I am concerned about is the fact that the Boston Celtics felt the need to disclose said information, which should have been handled in-house. And at this point, they are running a bus over and backing up over him again. It seems like every day the news cycle is going to release a new piece of information. Oh, well, the way that the husband found out was via the Ring doorbell camera, and the wife was in the distance of the Ring doorbell, and the husband heard the whole conversation. So fucking what? So what? Number one, I ain't even gonna go there, man. If you sitting around and literally, if you sitting around watching your Ring doorbell all day, and when you saw your Ring doorbell with motion and you saw it was your significant other, you should have closed the fucking app. Like you a Ring doorbell stalker? And Plum Crazy said, my concern is running Nia's name more than anything. That's private matter between them, not us. I totally agree. That's why I haven't said anything about Miss Long in particular.
Who cares? At all. She's a person. She's another person. You know what I'm saying? Oh well, people get cheated on all the time, B. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It doesn't matter because she's, you know what I'm saying, who she is. I respect who she is. If it was reversed, he's another person. He's a person. People make mistakes. People do all things. This is not nothing that should be even an issue. Not a one thing besides the man who's being cheated on, and that guy, they should have beef, and he should have, because he knows they're in the same circle. That's why it's an issue. Mm-hmm. It's not like it's a random person. You know me, I'm your boss, or I'm around you in the same organization, and you smashing my chick who's in the organization. Now that's a problem. As far as y'all three need to handle that. But as far as what you having sex with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Like this is my question. This is my question, and I'm gonna say, what bitch ass nigga not only sat on the Ring camera app and listened to this conversation, but then had the audacity to take this shit back to the organization? You took it back to the organization, Mr. Executive Brass Man. I was looking at my Ring doorbell, and I see that my wife is actually having a affair with Ime. I need you to talk to him, Brad. You want to know what happened with Brad? When I talk to Ime, I need to talk to you about where you're sticking your dick. He probably got his ass punched in the face. Security had to be brought in. It was, all right, man, situation that escalated. You'd have put your hands on me. We'd have had words. I need you to go ahead and step down from your position. You may say, I ain't stepping away from this money.
The game is the game until it's your chick that gets stuck. Everybody think they a pimp and they a whatever until it's your girl getting hit. Now you want to snitch. Now you want to tell. Now you want to do all this stuff. That man went and had sex. They don't have nothing to do with him being a coach. Has he done something with a player on the team who he has direct, not owners? What's the word I want to say?
Direct relationship with?
Yeah, like responsibility for or something like that. Has he done something like that stupid morality clauses that they be throwing in these contracts, man? Yes, letter of the law, he signed it. I get it. Letter of the law is you. So if you sign something, you have to honor what it is. But man, that'd be so much bullshit. Niggas, man. Don't nobody care for real. And then if you're going to suspend one, everybody who was involved in it needs to be suspended. So the woman, if she's part of the team, she needs to be suspended too. Because if that's the case, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And so when Stephen A. Smith said that, and also Perkins said that, and Malika Mitchell, whatever her name is, got her feelings about it. Yeah, Malika Andrews got her feelings about it. You know what I'm saying? Getting your feelings about it, boo-boo. The truth is the truth. You want equality.
Yeah, she tried to make it seem. She tried to make it seem like the lady that works for the organization is a victim, and I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit.
You're not a victim. You're part of the problem.
I don't want to hear that shit at all.
You're willfully now. If you tell
tell me you were sexually, if you got some proof about you were forced or anything like that, you're a victim.
And for the people that's gonna come in, and say, well, there were some unwanted advances, I don't believe that shit neither. I'm just going to tell you, I don't believe at any point that the relationship was broken off and Ime Udoka kept trying to pursue her. I don't believe that shit. I believe that your husband found out about y'all fucking and you trying to save face.
Thank you. Call it what it is, bro. And you know what I'm saying? And we got to stop trying to victimize, you know what I'm saying, weaponize whatever the situation is and try to spin it. No matter what way it is. It could be reversed and the woman is the one. If you was with it, you was with it. Stop trying to do all this playing around now that everybody know what's going on. Stop it. I'm not with that, man. And that man, either he should be, if he's suspended, whoever he's kicking it with should be suspended for the exact amount of time that he is being suspended for. And if he's not, I don't think he should be suspended. But you know what? He fucked up. He got caught. It is what it is. That's part of the game, too. You got to accept responsibility for your actions.
Real quick, we're going to close it out on this one. Saw some breaking news this morning because I know at one point the NFL was about to fuck up the halftime. So saw the breaking news this morning that came down. Rihanna will be headlining this year's Pepsi Super Bowl.
It's a good, safe pick. She's already a global superstar. This does nothing for her career. There are some people who could use it more than her, but she's already a billionaire. She's already a global.
It's better than going to a country singer, which I think they were going to push for. I can't think of the girl's name. Carrie something. Carrie Underwood. Yeah, I think they were going for Carrie Underwood.
Now she's more pop and country, and she does reach a larger base too, but she's not nowhere near on the scale, in my opinion, as a Rihanna, and you know, for pop culture in general, music in general. And then Rihanna has done songs with all different people about the spectrum, so she can bring in a country artist. She has a song with them. She has a song pop. She has R&B guys. So that was a really safe and a good pick in general. I'm just saying every artist normally gets a buzz and a for the Super Bowl. It's like the Oprah effect. You know what I mean? When you show the Super Bowl, all your shit gets downloaded like crazy. She don't need that. But it's good for her anyway, man. I'm with it.
But I think it's a good look for the NFL, and I'm gonna say thank you to Jay-Z and Rock Nation for having a hand in this. But I think it's a really good look after coming off of a Super Bowl where you had Dre headline, and they won a Grammy. Like, to go, I feel like going to a country artist would have been going backwards. Like you went back to the same old normal shit that you usually do.
Okay, so we gotta understand though. You down, and I get it. We're going to have to. There's gonna be a certain period of time where it's gonna be some white folks come back in here and do some music, right? You do.
I know. I don't want to see freaking Imagine Dragons.
We need to do it. You know what I'm saying? Well, I get it. We gotta. Let's.
I fuck with Maroon 5. Maroon 5, I fuck with them, but I ain't like they halftime show. You know what I'm saying? The halftime show wasn't about shit.
Yeah, but we had The Weeknd.
The Weeknd was recently, all right.
We've had now Rihanna. We just had the Dre and all them boys. So yeah, we on the roll, man. So let's keep it rolling. Didn't they have Jennifer Lopez and Shakira?
I believe they did.
Part of the same one of something, but yeah.
Yeah.
So they diversifying it. So let's keep it moving.
All right, bro. So we about to get ready to get up out of here again. I will keep y'all posted. I know I got a message in regards to we were supposed to have Dr. Umar on. So I got a message saying that they want to actually schedule all these interviews for tomorrow. So as soon as I get off the line, I'm about to try to set up some interviews for tomorrow. So it looks like Country Roads will be on tomorrow. We'll have a couple of guests. that are going to be at the march, the Black Man March on the Capitol, and the Black Woman March on the Capitol as well. So black men and black women will be out to support their black men on Saturday, coming up at 1 o'clock, and I'll be broadcast from that event as well. So I'll keep y'all posted via social media platforms. Again, coming up at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You got Cooking with the Microwave at 7 p.m. You can tune in to MFG, the podcast, Mo Fish and Grits, and then on your late night at 9 o'clock till about 11 to 12, we'll do It's a Long Story. EJ, you got anything before we get up out of here?
Hey, man, appreciate everybody, man.
Hey, y'all know what it is. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to another show. We about to get up out of here. For everybody that tuned in via xsquadradio.com and the app, thank you. For everybody that's listening via Blazing 420, thank you. And for the people that have liked, subscribed, and watched this show via YouTube, thank you. You're far too kind.